get it.
I think it'd be funny.
Hello,
Jonathan
everyone.
becomes.
Hello.
I really need to
Greetings.
draw everyone as ponies first, though.
I go hard.
Jonathan would probably end up being a being a lame Earth pony.
Eh. Antonio's a dragon.
so
I
that
know
so
this
then
one
we
has
would
the
have a
children.
Pegasus, an Earth pony, a unicorn, and a dragon.
Yeah.
What?
Woo!
Unicorn?
Time.
Who's a
Well,
unicorn?
You.
well, when I was asking a while back about it, what you would want Jin to be, you
Oh
told me unicorn.
yeah. I just
Yeah.
thought of something that would fit as well.
What are you thinking?
Draconiquus.
Oh
No,
boy.
No.
Oh hell yeah!
That'd be something within reason. Um.
you could be
Yeah.
maybe a fucking
No,
Chimera.
I'm playing. I'm playing.
Well,
No, you're good. So
I forgot.
we return, and hello everyone who's decided to join with watching. Sorry about not running last week. That was a bit of a personal day for us. Something happened for me IRL. But to recap, since it's been a bit. Last we left off, you guys have discovered a Rory and have decided
relatable.
to assist him in investigating a very shady commander that he's been working under for a little while.
Too far.
The very shady general. And so far, you guys have ended up in a very interesting old tomb. And Antonio, and you guys have worked out your way here through various puzzles and traps. Until finally you guys ended up getting hit, looking into this statue of a Sphinx. And talking to yourselves for a good little while.
Yeah?
Until it is Antonio got angry enough to do something to it.
Oop.
And completely obliterate the thing. So now there is just a snapped in half statue. And a bunch of goop everywhere.
And also a bunch of guys who did not roll on their will saves.
Oh yes, as well as a bunch of soldiers that were not here before, like to your guys' recollection when you went into this thing. Many of which have either been dragged partially into walls by like what appears to be tentacles of some kind, or otherwise have just been frozen in this state of
What the
abject
fuck?
war and are babbling madly on the ground, just going crazy.
Can we roll for initiative?
They are very much incapacitated, I think.
These
Yeah.
are all incapacitated. There's no need to roll for initiative.
We're all knocked out.
The soldiers
No.
are all incapacitated.
We all roll.
We're surrounded by bodies, basically.
So I don't think we have to.
Yeah.
We're surrounded by
Yeah.
bodies.
Oh my god, you have Conqueror's Hockey.
What?
What?
Okay, so in One Piece, there's a type of like willpower that only true like kings would have, and if you have this power, anybody who has a weak will, when you initiate your Conqueror's Hockey, they hit the floor, passed out, knocked the fuck out. It takes people with strong spirits and wills to withstand it, which would make sense why we're all still standing and all the guards are laid out. It's basically a Conqueror Hockey blast.
Yep.
Damn.
Though you
Also,
do
I
know that
forgot
there
about
is one
Pocky
guy
Fruit.
that's been pulled halfway through a wall by something. You're not sure. The wall is just slathered in goo, and the guy's body is just halfway through it, literally. Though from the
What?
opposite room, you can hear someone screaming, "Help!" as
Oh,
well as
God.
confused screaming.
Oh god.
Could I react to this cry for help and try to get there?
Sure.
Okay. Jen's going to rush to whoever's crying out help just to see what is happening.
So you see the other half of the soldier on the other side of the wall.
Other half?
Huh?
Yeah, it's more like a pillar, but this guy has been like shoved through a pillar. He's still alive, despite the fact that this pillar is like 2 feet wide. His torso goes in one end, and then his head comes, like his other side of it comes out the other.
Jin is visibly turning green and covering his mouth and moving away right now.
He's still
He's
alive.
actually disturbed by this.
He's
This is
still.
like body horror that he's never seen in his life.
I mean, yeah, among the other soldiers that are babbling on the ground, screaming about monsters and are just in the fetal position, just not having, about as green as Jin. This entire place looks like Nickelodeon just went nuts. There is like black, green, viscous slime just everywhere.
I
Us-
mean, besides the goo that's all over the place, what else do we see in this area?
Well,
Look, con
as
save
previously stated, sure, you can roll a con save.
just
The
to see if
statue is a wreck. This thing has basically been cracked in half by some unknown thing that you're not sure. It looks like it's shattered from within. But pieces of it are everywhere. Which is a pity, because it was a nice black onyx statue of a Sphinx, too. It's a very sturdy looking thing.
Can I
But
pick up a
has
shard of
basically
it?
been shattered from within.
Jonathan looks at the statue, is like,
Can I
well,
pick up a shard of it?
damn.
Sure.
Good piece of architecture kind of ruined.
I'ma just pocket that.
Alright, make sure you note it down in your inventory.
I will.
Remember, everyone, if it is not written down in your inventory, you do not have it. I'm not going to be responsible for managing what random crap you decide to pick up.
Okay, I don't think I picked up anything, but noted.
Yeah.
I don't think I picked up anything. I kind of
I
rely on
don't
my own
remember you
abilities.
picking up anything.
Yeah, that's why I'm worried. I'm like, okay, who did pick up something? I do have
don't
a
think
dart,
I did.
actually.
I don't think I did.
I have
If
a
I'm
dart in my
remembering
inventory.
anything correctly, there was nothing picked up last session just because it was a lot of us going through puzzle and then
Yeah,
this.
I don't think anyone actually picked anything up last session.
Yeah.
The only thing in my inventory that isn't like my phone or the yo-yo is I have darts. I have a dart at least.
You have a
You
dart?
should also have Clara's phone number. Please make sure that.
Clara's phone number. Let me add that in here. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that is in there. I forgot to add the phone.
Yeah. Make sure you add the phone, otherwise I will say it has been left on the TARDIS for this session. Same goes with that for Antonio. Make sure you add
Oh,
your cell
yeah.
phone.
Okay, got it. Modern phone added.
Side note,
Yeah.
your cell phones will work regardless of where you are, thanks to shenanigans, so...
Thank you, thank you, Miss TARDIS.
Thanks to
Yeah.
the TARDIS's extreme Wi-Fi connection.
She's the best waifu. She's the best Wi-Fi waifu.
Okay,
Oh
so
my
I will
God.
say it this way. You guys will have Wi-Fi connection wherever a Wi-Fi connection exists. You guys have to within, like, a mile radius of the TARDIS to use Wi-Fi otherwise.
Got it.
So,
What if you have a plan that lets you use it without Wi-Fi connection?
What kind of plan is that?
you
Mine.
guys
A cellular
cannot use-
plan.
Unless
A
you guys are
normal
nearby
one.
the TARDIS, you guys cannot use data because you guys are in ancient Egypt.
Cool. Got it.
Be near the TARDIS right now.
You guys are, since you're in the temple, there's a little bit of signal interference, but you guys are perfectly
Yeah.
able to use. Basically, you guys are totally allowed to use Google within reason.
Okay. So
The Wi-Fi
basically
lag
this
I get at
place
work.
is-
Gotcha.
Yeah. This place is
anything-
basically like my uncle's house.
It's like
Yeah,
Google
anything
Play
above-
Despacito.
Anything you can Google above the table, you can technically Google within game within reason.
Yeah.
So like historical events, stuff like that. If you guys ever need like help with history,
Mhm.
because none of you guys have like studied it, like no one here is a historian, or like a certain someone has traveled around time enough to know what year he's in automatically.
By licking a
Mhm.
wall.
I will
Oh,
say
God.
I have a 9 in knowledge history, but I'm no historian.
No, yeah, that qualifies you as very good at history.
Y'all can
History
just thank my
teacher.
phone. Just
Yeah.
thank my phone. My phone is
Thank
thanking
the phone in modern education, basically.
pretty much.
There you go.
But no.
Anyway.
So yeah, you are beholden to the scene. This poor guy is stuck in the pillar. Some of the others are trying to pull him out, and you do watch. They do manage to pull him out through the pillar.
Is he okay? Okay, just what happened when he got pulled out?
He is perfectly fine.
There was a
And
hole
like,
in
if
the
you
pillar, and
watch
he
one
was
of the
stuck
other
in the hole.
soldiers reach a hand into this goo, his hand comes out the other side.
Oh,
These
very
guys
okay.
So it's a
It's a Rick and
portal?
Morty portal.
Oh,
No, it's slime.
Oh,
it's slime that allows you to reach your
It-
hand through reality.
No.
it's basically a Rick and Morty portal. It's like a portal from Portal 2 if it was made out of slime and viscera that was somewhat reminiscent of Jello.
ugh.
Oh,
Okay.
that doesn't sound like a very pleasant experience.
I don't know why anybody would put their hands into it, but I understand they're trying to save their buddy. But nasty, you know, nasty.
Yeah,
Well, I will say, because of this right now, Antonio has curled himself up in a little ball on the floor, and like the eye is like a few feet away from him. By the way, he's
and it's
like
just
in a horrible state right now.
it stares at him for a bit before it starts rolling around him counterclockwise a few times, then clockwise, then counterclockwise again.
Jin's gonna approach them. Uh, Antonio,
What?
I'm gonna
are you okay?
No.
Yes,
Jin,
yes, Hitch.
Jin,
I honestly I lost my train of thought. I was going to do something with the portal thing. I was like, hey, Jonathan grabs the rock, just throws it through the weird goo thing.
Jonathan,
Strength.
Jonathan,
Strength.
I've run through that.
bro, Jonathan.
Alright, I rolled strength. I threw the rock
Mhm.
at the goo.
Watch it go through another thing of slime and hit him on the head.
Watch it knock someone's fez off their head.
That was you.
Jonathan, you know what you should do, buddy? You should.
Alright, what just happened?
For future reference, the guy was stuck in this pillar. So, do you roll strength? Yeah, you did.
I did. I
So
got a
you
10.
watch it. As it goes through and then hits the wall in between a couple of the soldiers, and they just look over at you and are just like, "This thing's freaky, right?"
I was testing physics.
Add-
Physics. Not some form of witchcraft.
Oh my god.
No, it's just, the way the world works.
Are you about to
And
get?
the guy who got slime just taps him on the shoulder and goes, "Hey, we ain't getting paid by the general enough for this. I'm gonna go wait outside and get cleaned off. If you two wanna keep going around, go for it. But as far as I'm concerned, the general's on his own." He
Above
just
table,
walks out.
above table. Let me say this real quick to Jonathan. So you notice that the slime has some peculiar properties, right?
Yes.
Why don't you bottle some and use it?
Oh my god.
Oh, I don't have a thing to bottle it with.
Dude, we are in a place filled with soldiers. There's got to be a dead soldier with a canteen somewhere.
Alright, I'm gonna look for a dead soldier at the canteen.
You don't find anyone who's dead. You found one who's babbling incoherently that you can kind of swipe the canteen off of, though.
Okay, do I need to roll anything?
No, you don't.
Just
He's out of it. He's
He's
so
too
out of
far
it.
gone.
Okay, so I guess, do I put that in additional gear? Canteen?
I would.
You'd put it in your actual inventory, and
Goo
I'll actually, if
canteen.
you decide to fill your canteen with this,
Where's my inventory?
so
On
your
the additional,
inventory is an additional, and
the
it would
additional
be in
page
gear.
here.
So
It'll be. I'm sorry. Can you say that again?
it'd be an additional gear.
Oh, that's what I was just on.
Yeah.
Sorry for the confusion.
So I got the canteen. I'm going to try to scoop up some of the goop into the canteen. I take
Alright.
that for research.
Research in quotations.
Alright, so I'm gonna put it in your
Yeah.
gear.
Percy's just gonna be watching all of this and just kind of tilts his head. So
Jin's just
this,
kind of staring at Antonio's eyes.
Yeah,
so,
just
so does someone
write it
want to
as
explain what the
canteen of
fuck just
weird
happened?
goop.
What, Nix?
He just kind of tilts his head and go. So does someone want to explain what the fuck just happened?
Jin looks at Percy and then looks at Antonio and then looks at the eye and he's like, shrugs. He just shrugs.
Oh
So
shoot.
I've labeled what it is in your gear. You do not know what it is called, though. You just know that that is what it is. It
Okay.
is in your gear section.
Jonathan's just gonna call it weird goop. That's what
Alright.
it was he's gonna call it.
Yeah, I'm just writing it down DM-wise so you have what it actually is.
Okay.
And for
Can
my
I do a
reference.
sense motive on Antonio's eye?
Sure.
I need to
Oh,
understand why
that's
this
gonna
thing is
be-
looking at him. 24.
Make a will save.
Jesus
Oh,
fucking Christ!
Oh my god.
Oof.
You get the sense that it's proud of Antonio for what he did, but for some reason there's something. You find it similar to when you read into Elijah. There's something with the eye that's just beckoning, calling, urging you to look at it. You want to get closer. You wanna
Once
touch
he
it.
realizes this, his instincts takes over and he breaks eye contact.
Alright. You still feel that urge to touch it, and it does start staring at you and to Antonio. And it just kind of goes back to Antonio. I need you to add 1 point of taint to yourself.
Taint?
Oh,
How do
dear.
I add taint?
Alright,
What?
joking. You haven't reached that point yet, but
Oh god, I can be tainted?
yeah.
Well, no. I'm
Oh,
trying to
God.
press death. I can't be tainted.
Alright, you do. I'll let you make another will save to see if you can tear yourself away from this thing, because this is a compulsion spell.
Oh my god, okay. Please. No! God damn it, it's slower!
Oh
You do manage to tear yourself away from it, luckily.
Okay.
So you still feel that compulsion to grab it in the back of your mind. You're able to overcome it for now.
You could say, like, there's
Make
a
another will
running
save
up his
later.
spine. There's an itch or a chill running up his spine. It's tickling him and
Yeah.
it's telling him to look.
Damn, he's got that taint. Wait a minute.
What the fuck? Don't say it like that!
I'm sorry.
Horrible way of saying it. How dare you?
Basically, you're gonna have the compulsion to look at this thing. So don't worry about it. Antonio just needs to put it away before anything worse happens.
He doesn't like that.
I want to
He
do a
doesn't
little
like
bit
that right now.
shenanigans where Jonathan walks back to the group and sees Antonio just out of his no, just like within his like peripheral vision. But like I don't know if I actually want to commit to that.
Why not? Do
But
it.
it only feels like natural that Jonathan would just return to the group and just see that.
Yeah. So,
I mean,
if I
like,
may,
the
DM.
sight in here is like wild, just because like there's soldiers everywhere that are babbling incoherently. The other two party members are just standing there, and Antonio is not having a good time on the floor.
So Jonathan returns to the group with a canteen full of the weird goop, and
Okay.
he looks around. He looks around all the mess on the floor, and he looks at Antonio. What did you? He just like ask them, "What did you do?"
Don't
Something very
know.
dangerous. First, he's gonna go over to one of the. He's just gonna find somewhere to get like some cloth, and he's gonna hand it to Antonio. It's just like, wrap that thing up, please.
Oh my
Don't want it here.
Well, that thing, judging by the fact that it's circling you, I assume it's gonna follow you. So, if you don't want to deal with it, I mean, it's an eye. Cover it up. Maybe it can't see.
I'm
He's,
getting
he like takes a second and like snatches the cloth and is just like, freaking, you're right, crap. Crabs it in it like you're grabbing a bug with a tissue and ties it up.
It squirms around and actually lets like little squeaks and stuff out for a bit before it finally settles down.
He's like got such like a angry but like also just so confused and upset kind of like expression on his face. Right,
The eye,
he's just so upset about it.
the eye has been put in timeout.
The eye
Jin,
is in timeout for as long as possible.
Jin takes a moment to
Nothing can get out.
document the scene. He's taking photos with his phone of the entire scene and everything in this room.
You
I
guys
see.
would note that a couple doors do now open to you guys.
Ooh.
And you hear clang as hold on.
I realize the eyeball is becoming a cognito hazard.
It is. It fucking
Yeah.
is.
It really
Yes,
is.
it
It just is a problem.
I made the mistake of trying to read it, and the damn thing tried to taint me. Okay,
Don't.
I don't even know what
Look at it.
tainted means, and I don't want it.
Yeah, don't look at it.
Turn
It's
to
bad.
be
Well,
for
what does
the
the internet
hallucination or
say
back.
taint is?
What were you saying about that, Doc?
I'm sorry, I'm full of spicy memes today.
You truly are.
Unfortunately, when those who gaze into the deep often feel the deep gazing back.
Horrible.
And it's not, and there's a difference between staring into a bit to the abyss instead of staring into the void, because the void will pad up to you and ask for chicken.
It'll ask for a void chicken.
I'm glad you all got the joke. Voids.
A void chicken.
I mean, those are a
Well,
thing in
it's worth
Stardew.
to do.
Yeah, they are.
There is another door that unsealed, which would be this one,
Yeah.
and you got two unsealed doors to the side.
The one in front and the two to the side, you mean?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to this door
There
right
also
here
clicks
on the
often
left.
towards this direction, and just like the front hallways,
There was what off in that direction?
like other door clicks.
Can I roll a
Mm.
perception in this doorway right here to see if
Sure.
I see anything? Okay, that's big. I just rolled
Wait,
a
are you actually
32.
going down there?
Ah, I just checked. The staircase seems to be trapped somehow, but you're not
Seems
sure what it's going to do. But you can see some mechanisms off to the side of it. But the tripwire's at the top.
do I need to roll a knowledge in engineering? I
So,
probably can.
actually, disarming traps would be a sleight of hand.
Sleight of
You have to
hand.
be very careful.
Oh. I thought it was disable device.
I mean, I
Actually,
think it could be.
it might be disabled device.
Most of the time I've heard it been used
Can
as
we make
disabled
can we make
device.
can we make sure of that?
Can we no? Shut up.
Because
Get
I
out of
put
there.
a lot of points in disable device, and so Jonathan
Yeah, there
can
you go.
easily disable it if he rolls high enough.
Honestly, I'd say disable device.
I I'm going to Jonathan's gonna go up and he's going to see about disabling the trap.
You
Right.
managed to disable the trap. And actually figure out what it does. It's supposed to make the staircase turn into a ramp and knock you down.
Oh, so you wouldn't be able to climb back up, I see. So
Unless you
Jonathan,
sprinted really hard.
is there anything about the door that we need to know about, or is it just the door?
Eh. The door slid open is now flush with the wall.
Are you saying we
Otherwise,
can't
not
open
really.
it?
The door is open already.
Oh, it is open already. Okay.
It
I'm gonna
opened and
go.
became flush with the wall.
Jonathan's gonna go in. He's gonna peek his head out to see what he sees.
I'm going to work on revealing this new section that you guys have, so.
So what did he actually get past the stairs or
Yeah, because I disabled the trap that was there, and so you can actually walk. You can actually climb the stairs now.
all right.
Anything to need to know about the hallway?
It seems relatively straightforward. It's just a hallway.
Is anyone else gonna be doing anything?
Percy's just gonna push past and just walk ahead.
I'm gonna follow Percy.
Everybody else is going, so Antonio would eventually get up off the floor, but like he does not want to.
Jonathan looks to Percy and he's like, "Yeah, I think it's a good idea if we kind of just stick together on this."
Jin tosses Antonio his yo-yo because it has a calming effect. He's like, here, hold this for a little while.
I mean, the cane I think does too, doesn't it?
Maybe you need a double dose.
You know what? Fair. Honestly, he definitely could use a double dose of chill.
So are you guys going to be rolling perceptions as you go down this hallway?
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys can. I don't think Antonio has like the capability to perceive things well right now.
Jeez.
Yep. That's one off from a crit because my perception is 15.
Oh,
Jonathan, you know it. Just Jen, you managed to stop Jonathan just as he's about to step on it, but you both notice it, like at the same time. Percy stepped over it, but there's a bear trap here.
oh.
Percy stepped over it.
Yeah.
Is there a rock anywhere?
Or correction, was Percy stepped over it, or? Yeah, no, because Jonathan was first, so yeah, no,
Well,
you guys nearly.
No, I
Never
went
mind.
first.
Percy
Yeah,
did go first.
Percy stepped over it.
Jin's just gonna
I'm good.
casual. Go ahead.
John, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say we casually walk around the bear trap. Like, hello, it's right in front of us. Can we not walk around it?
Yeah, you can walk around it. It's pretty easy to do.
Jin announces, "There's a bear trap here. Watch your step." To the rest of the party, let's walk past it.
Good to know, thanks.
I'm very anxious about traps like this, and so with a bear trap like that, I usually like to set it off so no one else gets it. So I'm going to look for a rock on the floor, see if he
Why
can
don't-
drop it onto the bear trap.
I have a
There's so many
suggestion.
pieces of the onyx statue back there.
Yeah, there's the onyx statue, and you are wearing shoes, so
So Jonathan is going to go back and grab a small piece of the statue that's on the floor, and he's just going to toss it, or he's going to drop it onto the bear trap. So
Jin was waiting and
he
watched
kind
him.
of so he kind of hovers his hand above the bear trap, drops the rock to activate it.
Jin, Jin's just looking at him like, you went back there for a rock to do this? Is this OCD?
Maybe.
Well, better safe than sorry, I guess, he says and shakes his head.
Alright. So you guys assume gonna continue down the hallway?
Yeah. So we continue down the hallway.
Fudge.
Honestly, since we had to make a perception call to be sure there was a trap, I think we should make another perception call. What do you
Sure.
guys think?
If we're continuing to walk down the hallway, there's probably more booby traps, yeah. We already came across 2.
That is a 32 again. Well, not again, but it is a 32.
Does Percy see anything since they're ahead of us?
Hmm.
Roll a perception.
Hmm.
Get down. Get. What?
Roll perception, my man.
That's a nat 1. So
What happened?
nat 1. I don't see jack shit. You're on your own.
Ooh. Jin, are you gonna roll?
Yeah, what?
Roll perception.
What happened with Percy?
They
Got
rolled a
nat
nat
one.
1.
They got a nat 1? Oh no.
I think I'm gonna place Jonathan ahead of Percy.
Alright.
He's gonna try and stay in the front.
So again, as you guys are kind of going around, you guys do manage to spot a bear trap, or not a bear trap, around this area. There is actually a cage trap that falls over. Ends
Oh,
up
great,
landing on
another one.
Percy.
It ends up what?
I'm sorry.
Ends up
Can you?
landing on Percy.
Oh, they got caged. Okay.
Yeah, they got
I was
caged.
wondering.
Traps.
Jonathan goes up to Percy. Is like, God damn it, Percy! This is why I was trying to get in front of you. Because you walk over everything.
We're left. Relax.
This is
Sorry,
not.
I'm gonna need a minute.
This is not going according to plan.
What? Is everything okay with you guys?
Yeah, everything's fine.
This is above table.
I'm just chilling.
Everyone just went silent. I went up to Percy and I was straight up. I was like telling them, yeah, this is why I was trying to get ahead of you. Is because you were literally stepping over everything.
Whatever.
This time,
Just get me out.
this time I'm going to do the thing. I'm going to roll a knowledge engineering on the cage to see what he sees.
Above table, can we let the rogue be the rogue, please? Rogues are defined by their ability to find traps and stuff, so let's let the rogue be the rogue, please, Jonathan. But it's okay if you want to disarm it right now.
Yeah, I think it's also
No,
just like the
no,
factor Percy
no. We'll
wants
go
to be
back.
ahead more.
No, we'll go back and let's let the rogue be the rogue. Sorry,
Well, the
I got too
Rogue's
far ahead of
currently in a
myself.
trap because they nat
the
one on
rogue
their
was the
perception.
rogue and rolled a bad perception check and caused this to happen. It is fine. I think it's just the matter of like being ahead is the thing that we're talking about.
So
Plus,
Jen's
like
gonna
Percy
see that
seems to
Percy's
act leader more. I don't know.
Percy's stuck in a cage now, right?
Percy's stuck in cage.
I'm gonna roll perception, I guess, to look for any sort of release mechanism.
There's a release mechanism on the wall. It's actually pretty plain to see.
Is it within reach?
Within reach.
So above table, I realized I kind of overstepped my bounds a little bit. I didn't exactly mean to do that. Um,
It,
I didn't realize
It's
what was
alright, I'm
going
used to
on.
it.
yeah,
Well,
but it's best to, like, as DM, I will point it out. It's fine. Everyone should be rolling perception checks. There's always the chance that the rogue will roll like low and stuff.
AKA that
But
nat one.
yeah, but
you were saying to let the rogue be the rogue, and so I was just I, I don't know. I got a little confused.
I think it's mostly the
basically,
factor of like the mention of just like this is why I was trying to get ahead of you, because like the a nat one on perception isn't something in character to know. I think is a part of it. It's just kind of like okay,
yeah, and rogues have bonuses to like finding traps and stuff like that as well as avoiding them.
Actually, what
So
is my trap finding bonus right now?
because rogues have bonuses explicitly for this purpose. So again, it's completely fine that everyone is making perceptions. It's just your disable device as an engineer is more towards disabling stuff that's like an actual running like device, whereas Percy is more towards traps and things. I don't know. I'm trying to like define what party role is in this campaign, and it is kind of hard, and I'm sorry about that.
No,
It's
I'm the
alright.
one throwing up a fuss, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. It's
It's
okay.
okay.
I
To
think it's
throw up
just
a fuss.
because like there's a lot of us here that can do very many things that other party members can also do.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Oh
so
yeah.
that some of us are more efficient at doing said thing.
Mm-hmm.
But that's
Because
not
like
a bad
Percy
thing.
has strengths in like the whole nature knowledge stuff, but Antonio also has some of that just because of a job.
Yeah, but Percy be a lot more specialized in it because they're more,
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm a,
The
I'm a
overlapping happens a
survivalist
lot, but
archetype
it's just
rogue. Like, not the
yeah.
actual, not the actual archetype, but like that's the type of thing I kind of went into.
Mm-hmm. So we
Whereas
have a lot
Antonio is
of
more like the
overlap in
bard of
terms
the
of things.
campaign.
A little bit.
That's fine. Like,
Overlap
I'm
is
just more or
okay. We
less
just
being
don't
like,
want to step on too many toes.
yeah, more being like Percy's in the lead because they're the rogue, and this entire dungeon is like incredibly kitted out in puzzles. To the point where you
Puzzles and
guys
traps.
haven't even figured out half of what's in here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So,
Oh.
But Percy would sigh as the cage goes up. Much appreciated. That was embarrassing.
gonna say anything?
Jen's gonna be like, "Don't mention it. It happens to everyone," and she's gonna casually keep walking with Percy.
Fuck, I was supposed to have a doctor's appointment today, and I didn't go to it because I completely fucking forgot.
Oh my god.
Oops.
The
Uh-oh.
the psychologist one?
No, that's not till next week, but like um rechecking in my GP my GP on how my new medication's been going. Speaking of which, I have not taken my meds today.
I'll
Take my
be
meds.
right back. I'm gonna get myself a drink. I shall
Alright.
return.
Okay.
You know, and
5 minute break.
yeah, 5 minute break.
Cool.
I will mention I'm not trying to be hard on anyone with like roles or anything like that.
No, I
I'll-
think it was just clarification. That's all. That's all it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think people were aware of what the plan was. Like, when you're excited, like first off, um, Crystal is just coming off of playing Elden Ring, and he's really, really hyped. So that energy is transferring to our game.
Oh yeah.
That's how it can be, yeah.
And it's like with how you play Jen. I love the hyped energy. I really do. It gets me hyped for shit.
I try to dial it down a little bit. I was trying to be calmer within the past 30 minutes because I was trying to read the room because I knew something was up. So I was being
Mhm.
quiet.
It and there is stuff that's going on with like this particular puzzle. I will above table mention that Percy did help me design this dungeon and minor parts. But
I'm ready for it.
but there's a lot of stuff that I did myself, so it's just gonna be it's a massive dungeon. So I wouldn't like everybody should get a chance to shine in regards to what's in here. So I will say it is a lot more buttons and levers than the last thing I tried, so I'm sorry if that ends up being a bit boring.
Nah, that's fine with me. I feel like we're going through a deep dungeon, and I can't wait to see
Yeah.
what's at the end of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like buttons and levers work for this kind of environment too. Because,
Hey,
like, there's
it's an
a lot
Egyptian
of
tomb.
things that, like, aren't technologically advanced in this time properly.
Like
yeah.
one
Sure,
thing.
this might be, like, a weird... Like, wasn't this kind of, like, a time-altered place or some place that has seen other time travelers?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also, there's one other thing. We're winning the race to the object thanks to Antonio and the Eye and the Onyx statue.
Yeah.
You literally
So
wiped out everyone. You wiped out
a
everyone
bit
except for
above
General.
table, a bit above table. You guys are actually losing.
Oh shit.
I remember there was something said last session of just like, yeah, they got in, you've been in here for quite a while.
So last time
We're
timing
racing.
you
That's right.
guys, it took you 50 minutes to get through it. For every 10 minutes that passed, I was giving it about like an hour in the outside world. But if you guys were in it for longer than a certain period of time, a day would pass rather than just like an hour.
Right.
So basically, I forget exactly what time you guys got. Let me actually check my notes. So
50
I'm
minutes.
it's in the chat where, yeah,
Yeah.
50 minutes. Just in the chat, it says to complete the Sphinx.
Yeah. So if you guys didn't complete it in more than if it took you longer than 30 minutes, what would happen
Oh
is
dear.
that I would start rolling for the general in his group, and he actually made some good progress while you guys were doing other stuff. The trouble is that it sealed like some of the stuff reseals itself when different people are around. So basically think of it like you guys need to play catch up a bit.
Yeah. Okay, I need to go really quickly just because Discord is a mess right now for me. It's doing the mean thing. So I will be
Main thing.
right back. Can anyone hear me?
I can. I was just talking
Okay.
in current events.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
here.
All right.
Right.
Everything's good now.
Alright, so I have a beverage. Can you guess what it is?
Beer?
Alcohol.
Samuel Jackson. Oh wait. I'm
Now,
sorry.
here's what I'm gonna do.
Samuel Adams. Samuel Adams. That's what it's called. Sorry.
Oh my goodness.
As he's drinking the blood of one of the founding
Here's
fathers.
what I'm gonna do. Since I'm starting to get in a much better mood, Jin's mindset now is shifting from being Jin to being wingman Jin, and he's gonna support the hell out of Percy.
There you go.
I'm gonna use any abilities I have to fucking support Percy. If they're going in the lead, they need the backup. I think, you know.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if a
Need
trip,
backup.
like, what I was thinking is if a trap triggers on Percy or something, like, I don't know, like darts or arrows shooting at them, I could cast Decelerate on them and make them slower, giving Percy more time to react. You know, like, I can help.
Sure. FYI, I'm going down to the basement. I was asked to grab something, so.
No,
Alright, regular tomato sauce? Bruh!
But
are you okay? Was that a spider on you? Are you okay?
I have noted my brother is down here, and I'm fucking with my brother.
Oni-chan.
Ooh, ooh.
oh
That
my
is a
goodness.
spy.
Oh my.
Hey, if we're still on a little bit of a break, Jonathan, do you remember that Juice World video I sent you? Did you ever see that?
Yeah, I watched it.
Bruh, I got that stuck in my mind now. Like, I like the music, and the animation's just top tier, man. I'm gonna play that song real quick. Just call me when we're ready.
I had some
Supposed to
music I
grab
wanted to
sauce,
share
and I
with
can only
you
find juice. Here. Can you help
at
me? I
some
need to get
point.
4 cans. Can you help me drag these up?
We'll do another music session sometime soon, bro.
Alright.
Oh, noise.
Upstairs. Heavy! To the medical lab! I can't do a medic.
An attempt has been made.
We screamed he have two
You need to.
memes at each
You,
other all the damn time.
you need to.
Alright.
You need to really have
Where-
that Dutch vibe to you.
Ian's got him.
Just vibe.
I'm so sorry.
Oh.
I returned to my bedroom.
Bitch, they were playing one of my favorite songs of all time.
Now, they're making a giant batch of spaghetti since my dad's gonna be in surgery all weekend, so
Oof.
he'll either be back Saturday or he'll be back like Monday morning. We'll have to see.
Ah.
It'll be interesting. I'm out of breath from steps.
Rip.
Oh crap. We'll have to tell my brother about that. Hold on. Alright, I have done all the reminding that I'm needed to do for today. Make sure I plug my cell phone in so I actually have an alarm clock tomorrow morning. Figure out where it went. Here it is. how's everyone else's day going?
It's going pretty. For me, it's going pretty well. I've been addicted to a new game. I haven't been able to put this game down, and it's a game where you basically get you go. You're a dinosaur. That's just the game I love now. It's really great. It's like actually hard into the roleplay stuff. You're on a massive map. You get to pick a bunch of dinosaurs. You have to grow them.
Nice.
So if you pick a dinosaur, you have to grow them through the stages of life over time. There are certain dinosaurs where
My
you start
dumbass
as
thought you meant like those little pill dinosaurs that are like the sponges.
No, the game is called the Isle. But the way this is certain dinosaurs have like longer growth times. Like if you wanted to be a Tyrannosaurus Rex, on the server I play on, you have to be active for a full month before you're even allowed to go for that dino. And to grow that dino from baby to full grown, it will take 7 hours. 7 hours of you playing the game. And now I've been playing the game with a ton of different dinosaurs, and I have like 250 hours logged into the game just from playing it this month because of how much fun I've been having with it. It's like hunting other players in packs with dinosaurs, packs of players as dinosaurs, hunting each other with rules and roleplay and immersion all at the forefront. It's been a blast. So I've had a good.
Sounds like fun.
I thought I outgrew dinosaurs, but I was clearly wrong.
Sometimes it's just like that. Dinosaurs are inescapable. Funny lizards. We enjoy them.
I like calling mine a wizard lizard.
Oh my god. Oh. One of my friends actually just showed us a picture of an actual wizard lizard that they have as a character. It's very funny. Their spellbook is tattooed on their skin.
I definitely think that now that Elden Ring is out, this is gonna be like the game that's actually probably gonna stop me from playing Among Us all the fucking time. Because that's literally been my addiction for a long time. But now that
What?
Elden Ring's out,
You talking
Among
about
Us,
Among Us? Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
I've literally been addicted to that game for quite a long time. But now that Elden Ring is out, I think that probably end up being my new addiction.
For a while, yeah, we have no idea how big the game is. Like nobody knows anything, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not looking anything up. I'm just going to play the game when I get a chance. And also, it's a no go on the download for now. I'll probably take my computer over to like a friend's house or something
Okay.
to do a download.
No worries. And just, if any time at all you want to accept the offer,
I'll let you know for sure. Don't like, I'm not forgetting it. Don't worry. Promise, dude. Promise.
Alright.
are we good?
Yeah, are we all good?
Yeah.
If you are ready, say
I.
I
Die.
I. I think Hoops is still in the basement though. Damn. Whoops.
F.
Yep.
Oh wait, no,
Apologies
Hoops
if
is
it
here.
took a bit. I completely forgot a ton of things, and it's just been a flurry of just blah, 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 blah.
No
You're
worries.
good.
Oh, I closed roll 20 by accident. Damn.
No.
Open
Alright.
it! Put it back!
So,
I'm back. I'm sorry.
you guys do manage to make the entire loop around this thing though.
Okay.
It's just a loop.
It is just a loop.
Is there nothing in it?
However, I'd like you guys to make one more perception check for me.
Everyone?
Yeah, just everyone before you get to the next set of stairs.
Understood.
I love how all my rolls are just going downhill.
Alright. sees it. Jonathan doesn't.
Ah,
So
What do I
Jonathan,
see?
I will need you to make a save.
will save.
A dex save. As you guys get to around here, Jin, you manage to avoid it. So does Percy. But Jonathan, you step right on it. There's a dart trap in the wall,
Ow.
and you get shot. I need you to make me a con save, please.
Oh,
You
that's
got a dart
actually
trap?
something that I just remembered.
Wait,
I
he's getting
think
hit with a
that-
dart trap, Doc?
Yeah.
Can...
Regardless, I would say you could do something. But
Percy, you
he
can't
has
send me a
5.
message like that. You cannot say something like that.
I
Now
can
you're
and I
making me
will,
crazy.
Bish.
Okay. How many uses of... You know what? Nah, I'm gonna let him take that shot. I'm gonna let him take a shot. I'm not saving your ass, Jonathan. You should save yourself here.
So Jonathan, you get shot in the arm, and you're just like, huh. Sleepy.
Oh.
And you just fall to the floor like a sack of potatoes.
This is the second time Sleepy hit this guy. What the heck?
Percy's gonna sigh and he's gonna go over and take a look at him.
There's just a dart in his arm. He's fast asleep.
While I'm sleepy, you guys hear me say, "Mommy, no, I don't want to go to school."
He just looks at that, just like, relatable. Alright, what would
Oh
I
my
roll
God,
to
I
know
hate
how to wake him up? What would I roll for you?
Oh,
Roll medicine.
I know.
Or heal?
I know how to wake up. Jin's gonna get real close to Hitch's ear. Or Hitch's ear. God damn it. Jin's gonna get really close to Jonathan's ear and be like, hey, if you don't wake up, I'm going back to the TARDIS to mess with your daughter.
Would that wake him up?
I'm not trying.
I mean, that's a 23 on heal.
Jonathan?
He slapped.
Do I need to roll anything?
Jin also smacks Jonathan's face twice, lightly, to try and wake him up. At the
Alright.
same time as saying this.
Roll me another con.
Me?
Jin Con or who?
Jonathan con.
Okay, I wake up. I just
Yeah,
like,
you wake up. See, my
Jin's
thought
like-
with Jin whispering about the daughter is just, hello, we'd like to contact you about your car's extended warranty, just being whispered in his ear.
Jonathan looks at Jen, is like, "What are you planning on doing with my daughter?"
I'm gonna give her some implants.
Oh God.
You're gonna
I think
what?
I think I need a proper storage a proper like God damn it, I don't want to make that seem
Jin
dark.
shakes his head and says, no, I'm just messing with you, dude. I'm not gonna mess with your daughter. I just wanted to see if it would actually wake you up. And I guess you really do care about that thing.
Yeah. Also, Percy, you'd know that taking like the dart and stuff out is fine, but it doesn't seem like it's that strong of a sleeping dart, to be honest.
Above table, could I say something about the start?
Sure.
So this place is old, right? It's very old.
Yeah.
It could be that the poison is weakened over time because of how old it is.
That could be.
That is fair.
That was just my lane of thinking to try and figure out why the dart might not have just kept him knocked out.
Do we know? Because we're in ancient Egypt, and so
Yeah,
it's
but-
probably not that old, considering
come
the
on.
timeline.
Some king at least 100 or 200 years before had to make this place.
How old is the place that we're in?
I don't
Within our
know.
timeline, like
You guys do not know how old this place is.
okay.
I mean, you could try licking the wall.
Licking the wall? You want me to lick the wall to find out how old it is?
That is a joke. I think of the people here, not even like, no one here can actually lick the wall and find out how old this place is.
Yeah, where's the doctor when you need him?
Yeah. Probably off licking a light
shove
socket
the-
or something.
Shove whatever. Shove whatever things that we have of his against the wall. See if that does anything.
The doctor's too busy licking batteries.
No.
Percy's just gonna sigh, and just as Jonathan sits up, he's going to take the dart out of his neck and just put it in his bag.
So, are you guys actually going to try, like, using one of the objects against the wall? Now I'm curious.
I'm gonna throw the
Well, first of
needle
all,
at
we
the
should
wall.
probably be like where is it that this is?
Jonathan just picks up the needle that he was shot with and just throws it at the wall.
Percy has it.
Percy
Yeah.
has it in.
Percy has it?
He
Oh, okay,
decided to
never mind.
pocket it, put it in their bag.
There was one other thing above table I'd like to mention real quick before we continue. We are in a race. Like, we're in a race.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's right. We are in a race, aren't we?
I don't think messing with walls is a priority. That's all I wanted to say.
I actually forgot about that.
Remember, licking doorknobs is illegal on other planets.
Alright, so we're like here.
Yeah, you're there.
I guess I'm going to make a perception um roll on the but he's gonna open the door and he's gonna do a perception roll.
Oh.
So this door is open, and as you do get right there, I need you to,
Oh.
I need you to make me another, like, so, as you step there, Jonathan,
Am I
there's
just
a
activating
click.
all the traps all of a sudden?
Yes,
Yes.
because you're in front of Percy.
Yep,
Okay,
and
on
I
the map,
decided to
I
increase
thought I was
the DC
behind
because you guys are
Percy.
finding
I thought that
No.
was the whole
me.
idea.
You just opened the door. How are you going to open the door if you're behind Percy? Percy should
The
be
door
looking.
is already open, but
Okay.
Jonathan, you being like in the front temporarily, just take a few steps forward past the dart trap, and are like, yeah, I can round this corner. It'll be. Then you step on something, and you
Oh,
feel your leg get. You feel something tighten around one of your legs, and all of a sudden, hey, I'm flying.
Oh goodness.
You kind of feel the blood rush to your head, and as everyone else rounds the corner, Jonathan's suspended by a snare 10 feet up in the air, just floating.
you see the camera on Jin's phone flash, and he says nothing.
Percy's just snickering to himself.
God damn it. Fucking god damn it.
Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits.
Oh my.
He just points at Jin, is like, very funny.
Jin's gonna throw a card at the rope that's suspending him.
Alright.
What kind of roll should I make for this? I'm trying to slice the rope with the card.
It's gonna hurt when Jonathan falls.
That's your
Yeah, that's
problem.
kind of a head. It's kind of like head down.
Hey, wait, can I cast Accelerate on him as he's falling?
You'd like for him to incur a head injury, yes.
No, no, no. Jin's just gonna let gravity do the work.
So,
So
I'd
what
like you to roll me like a basically just like a dex, basically.
Sure, let's see if I got this. No, I don't. I fuck up and I look like a fool. God damn it.
So you take the card and you throw it.
He poses as he throws it, as the car is in midair, trying to look all swagger.
So, and you
You
pose
put
the
too much into
swagger
style
epic
and not
thing,
enough
and
into
then
perform.
you discover, oh yeah, I can light things on fire. Oh fuck! As the card bursts into flames, hits the rope, catches it on fire, and Jonathan falls with no, like, ungracefully to the ground. You cannot retrieve your card, and Jonathan, ow, that hurt.
Yeah.
Does he actually take
Damn
damage,
it.
or?
It doesn't take damage, it just hurt. Like, that's 10 feet. That's like the minimum for taking fall damage, if I recall correctly. But I'm not gonna do
Sounds
anything
about
with
right.
that.
I think actually you said it was like 10 or 20, but like depending
think-
on race.
I think Jonathan is gonna retreat to the back after the embarrassing display of activating one of the traps.
And Jin, you've learned, hey, cool, I can set things on fire with my mind if I make really funny poses.
Holy shit. Every time he wants to light something on fire, he believes he has to pose. He believes this.
Yes,
He thinks it's a requirement.
that is the result of your nat 1. Now you will basically become Alex Louise Armstrong every time you try and light something on fire.
Oh, so
Suited.
basically just that and Roy create. That sounds like a horrifying combination that I don't want to see actually, but my brain is forcing me with images.
Oh
I
god,
didn't need this today.
I can just imagine Jin getting hulked up to look like Armstrong, but he's like a tiny Asian man, just buff. Just,
Oh my.
So, as you guys are going down the stairs, I'd like everyone to just, are you guys continuing with the perceptions?
if
Hey.
we should, and if we should keep an eye out and we're moving forward, I think.
Can I use my perception roll for this?
You
For
guys
what?
can maintain your perception rolls if you like.
Because I
Might be
rolled a
easier.
perception. I rolled a perception just as you were getting ready to activate a trap on me, so I don't think that actually worked.
Yeah.
I don't think it counted, so I think I'm just gonna use that for this.
I'll roll a
Okay.
perception.
If I can.
So,
Percy just kind of looks back and just goes, "Well, looks like we're in a circle. Might as well go back to the middle and figure things out."
Antonio and
He's just gonna
Jonathan,
skip
as
down.
you guys are going down the stairs, since we're gonna maintain our perception, Jin notices the trap. Jonathan and Antonio don't.
Why is my 27 perception not big enough to notice it?
Because I said this before, I decided to heighten the DCs because you guys kept noticing shit.
Oh.
The snare trap or the something else?
Just in general. You guys have caught every trap.
No, I'm talking about what you were just mentioning. Is it the
Just
snare
in
trap or
general.
something else?
Just in general.
So we have to roll a 30 or above?
No,
I
I'm.
think. Is
Doc,
that it?
you just
So,
mentioned the thing about two people not noticing something on the stairs. Is it the snare trap or is it something completely different?
it is something completely different. So, Jin,
Okay, that's what I
would
needed
you like
to
to
know.
try and stop them before they set it off?
Jen's gonna look up to Percy and just try to make eye contact with Percy, and then look at the thing that's in front
Percy's
of him.
already down the
He's
stairs.
basic- Whoa. Okay. What? Okay. Wait, but I can't see you from where I'm at.
No, I'm just
you
down the
can.
stairs.
I was looking at the map and I thought I could have seen you. Like, I don't know how. Okay, if I
You can
can't see you.
him.
I'm in the Sphinx room right now. See, right here.
Okay, so Jin knows that Percy has cleared the trap. Jin is looking at Percy. He is looking at the trap and looking back at Percy without any words. He is asking, "Should I tell them, Percy?"
He just shrugs. He just mouths, "It'd be funny."
Jin starts whistling and just walks past it.
So as you
Oh,
two
boy.
end up going down the stairs, suddenly the stairs are a ramp. And Jin, you manage to step out of the way as Antonio and Jonathan come tumbling down like a Scooby-Doo cartoon. Right behind you.
Antonio just falling right
Yo!
on
I can't do the goofy scream.
See, you guys took the kitty slide down.
Aww, it looks kind of fun.
Yeah. Jin's like beating himself
So
up.
this is a slide. This is like, or sorry, this is like a stairs downward, not upward.
That's now a slide. It's no longer. Well, after you guys get down, you roll over another pressure plate, and it turns back
Oh.
into stairs.
Yeah.
Oh, delightful.
Oh.
Antonio is
Wait.
very displeased.
If Jin, wait, did both Percy and Jin step over
We
the
passed
pressure
it.
plate?
Yeah, I saw it and avoided it. I didn't activate the pressure plate.
It was funny.
I didn't know what would happen, so if it would have harmed you, I would have felt bad. But I was just playing off. I had no idea what kind of trap it was. I was just like, worst they're gonna get is a dart in the arm.
Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. Jonathan is gonna straight up throw his hands up in the air as he's sliding down and go woo all the way down.
Hell yeah.
Let me guess, is
Jen's gonna
Antonio
offer out
screaming?
his hand and try to high five him.
Yeah, Antonio is very displeased by this situation. He's been dealing with enough today, man. This does not improve it. It's just annoying.
How
Just a
is
little bit of an issue.
how is my yo-yo feeling in the presence of Antonio and what they're experiencing emotional wise? Can I roll perception with my yo-yo?
You can roll sense motive through it, yeah.
That's what I meant. I just want to see how the old man's feeling about how Antonio is feeling. Because I gave the old man to try and cheer Antonio up, or at least make their day a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
So you sense a great deal of suspicion towards the eye, but
Mm.
there's almost like a grandfather-like appreciation for Antonio's like current like almost angsty behavior.
Yeah?
So it seems
So-
like he's giving off the vibe of a gentle grandfather who's just there like, it's okay, keep going.
Cool.
He would love to keep going and leave this place as fast as possible.
As a bonus, since Antonio does have the cane, you can get off the cane that he's immensely enjoying this.
The cane loves this.
The cane is
Great.
enjoying the thrill of going through this entire area. Whereas
How
the yo-yo is intrigued and they're both enjoying the adventure of it.
So then, in this moment of a sense motive, Jin looks back at Antonio and eyes both items, smirks, and then keeps walking as he gets the information and understands the reading.
Antonio would just like send him like a stare back, just like, what the fuck did you just do? What was that about? Excuse me?
You just kind of feel like as you're like getting all like good, you feel like this. It's like a hand on your shoulder, like a passive presence that's just like, it feels like having a grandparent that's just there, like reassuringly, like it's okay, you'll be fine, just keep going.
I think this whole time, Jonathan just goes. Jonathan's just like, "Hey, thanks for the ride, Jin."
Jin's like, what do you mean? Thank yourself for triggering it.
Percy's just snickering.
I didn't do anything here, man. I didn't even see it. He lies.
Yeah, same. Guess we just got lucky.
I feel like we're both rolling a nat 1 on bluff and we don't care.
Basically. Dude, I have a minus. Wait, do I still have a -3? I might have a -2.
I mean, at this
now.
point, Jonathan doesn't even care that he's lying. It's just more like,
That's a
I know you
-2.
could have stopped it from happening.
Eh, sorry, buddy, we can't stop your clumsy feet.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I bet you your daughter wouldn't have triggered the trap. Bruh. Jin's looking at him and he's like, shit, are we about to square up?
Meanwhile, you hear the stairs like chink again, and K9 comes rolling down, just wee,
Oh my
and
goodness.
skitters past Percy and does kind of like a circle.
Oh,
Did
funny
you have
little
fun
puppy.
there, K9? He's just gonna pet him. Pet the puppo.
Affirmative. He is wagging a tail antenna.
Oh. Now that sight does slightly lighten Antonio's mood. He has a soft spot for Funny Dog. That is all.
Nice.
Yay.
Jin's skeptical of the dog, and he actually, the party might not have noticed this, but anytime the dog is around, Jin is the furthest one away from it. It's like he doesn't want to interact with the dog.
Did not like robots.
No, I think it's more so Jin doesn't really understand it. He's like, should I treat this thing as a living thing or is it just a machine? And he's kind of freaked out by the idea of, like, he thinks there's organic stuff inside the dog and it freaks him out, even if there isn't. Like, you know, well, if somebody presses him on his behavior later, he'll probably go into and give, at least explain a bit. But yeah, he so far he doesn't disdain the dog. He doesn't like. He wants the dog to like him, but also he doesn't want the dog near him.
Fair.
So Jin will just be giving the dog some space.
So like me with tarantulas.
Kinda. Like, he's not necessarily afraid of it. It's more so, you know what, I'll go ahead and say it. The damn dog reminds him of cybermites.
Ooh.
And, in his first part, the first session he was ever in,
Well,
he was basically stalked by a cybermite man, like, hobo. It was pretty creepy.
Ooh, freaky.
Oh, that's right!
Yeah, I've seen cybermites, and he doesn't like them. They're fucking creepy. Technically, I don't know. Hey,
have human teeth.
hey, Doc, do
Oh
I
my
still
goodness,
have...
it's Plush Trap.
Doc, do you remember the idea of me having a cybermite in a wooden box? Was that scrapped? I still have that? Okay, that is in my room in the TARDIS, locked away under lock and key, and yes, it's a risk to have it on the TARDIS, but he doesn't really understand just how bad it is. It's locked away and it can't escape, so don't worry, guys, but he's fucking scared shitless of them.
Like spiders, but the size of, like, a Roomba.
Well, yeah, because they take over your mind and make you like a zombie. And that idea right there, the idea of losing your freedom, is the one thing that he can't stand.
Yes, Roombas with human teeth.
Again, Plush Trap.
I don't like that.
God damn it.
If Plush Trap was a part, like, vacuum cleaner, that would be a sight.
You saying he's not? With how fast he goes through children.
That is murder, not a vacuum cleaner.
It's murder. It's vacuum for blood.
Okay.
I'm sorry, like I said, I'm full of spicy memes today. Many of them in poor taste.
Many of them what?
Many of them in poor taste.
Well,
I'm full of spaghetti.
Nice.
Oh, spaghetti, my favorite.
Yeah, my mom made a huge batch of spaghetti, so we have, like, food for while they're out.
That sounds great. I want spaghetti now.
You guys are back in the central room, yay!
Percy's just kind of looking around.
The door is open, and you have the ability to backtrack.
So, what you guys thinking? Because obviously
I'm thinking we
that
backtrack since the path is open. Maybe there's something we might have missed. There has to be a way forward that we're just not seeing right now.
Are you sure you want to backtrack?
Like,
I think we're forgetting it's a race.
Yeah, it is a race, and also the door is open.
Okay. Jin's gonna literally remove everything he just said from continuity, and he's gonna be like, let's go forward.
Backtrack, erase that. Put these new words.
Put these new words in effect?
I said nothing about backtracking.
I did not say this.
The things you heard, clearly a delusion. No, but let's go for it. Honestly, I'm ready
I'm
to
not
win.
delusional. You're delusional.
I want to win this race. I don't want to be beaten by Jafar. Sorry, like that's what I care about the most. If I need be, I will start casting Accelerate on every member on the party that I can possibly do with my own usage of stamina and shit. So, like, Jin's getting a little bit more determined to clear this. He wants to get there first.
All right.
I.
Well
Are you
then,
guys
I
going
do-
up
guess the
the
only
stairs?
What
way
do we
is up.
say, guys?
Please?
No. That's not
Huh?
what I meant.
What?
No, I said, what do we, what do we say, guys? We going to do this? And oh, Nyx was just like, please? I'm like, what?
Look, all I heard was, what do we say?
No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I heard
as
the
in, like,
same.
are we going to do this or not? You know?
Yeah,
Going
the
up.
only way seems to be forward.
So I'll say going up the stairs, there does seem to be a room, but it is currently sealed off. And it has a single inscription on it.
Like there's a
It's-
door, a staircase, and then another door, or is there?
There's a staircase there's a staircase that leads into a door that has something chiseled into it.
Okay. So it's just at the top of the staircase. So we do have to do a bit of messing around, I guess.
There's a message chiseled into it. It's written
Alright.
in English. You find inscribed on the door of the chisel, try finding the button, sweetie.
Wait,
Alright,
wait.
finding the
Hold
button.
on. You said we find something on the door chiseled that says, "Try finding the button, sweetie."
Yes.
That is a message from somebody we know.
Yeah. It sure is.
Rory
That
just
is-
looks at that. Shakes his head.
Jin looks at Rory. Jin looks at Rory and he's like, "Sweetie."
Apologies
Jin
for my daughter's
knows
sense of
this
humor.
message for Rory.
Oh,
He's
this is
figured it out.
Oh, this is from
you.
you.
Humor.
Oh, so this is from your daughter then.
Yeah, Roar has an interesting sense of humor sometimes.
Fair.
Why couldn't she leave us the solution to the puzzle in the last room?
Because that's boring.
Because
Spoilers.
it's the door that we have to figure out how to get through.
Well, there's a button somewhere. Jin starts scanning the room. Can I roll perception?
Then the Sphinx room?
In the room where that etching is. He's gonna start where he sees try finding the button, sweetie. He's gonna start there.
Alright.
So in the stairwell area a little bit.
Yes, that's where he's gonna start then. Go ahead.
Yep, roll perception.
Look at that. Oh, I'm a little short, ain't I?
Nothing there.
Jin's like,
You work your way down the entire stairwell and find nothing.
wow.
F. Well,
Jin's gonna look at Rory and he's gonna be like, that button could be anywhere, couldn't it?
I'm gonna have Jonathan look around the.
She can't just tell us that
Oh.
that'd be messing with our timeline. It's
Jin
complicated,
nods.
but usually she leaves messages when she needs to. So the
Jin-
reason why she always says spoilers is usually she knows something but can't say something.
Jin nods and turns to Jonathan, who looked like he had something on his mind.
Sorry.
What's up, John?
I couldn't help but notice that there is another side of this staircase here, on the outside here. He's pointing to this area over here.
Jin looks at the party and he's like, we gotta find a button, and there's no real explicit place to look for it. Alright, above table, real quick, just for like trying to figure out what the hell we're about to do here. So, guys, we're in this room here, right? You can see me pressing the dot, right?
Yeah.
mhm.
Alright, so we have these things that look like pillars, and there's
Yep.
6 on each side. That strikes me as odd, and I think we should investigate that. That's the only thing that stands out to me right now. Like above table, that's the only thing that's standing out to
That
me.
is true. I was thinking either it's the pillars or checking behind this area here.
It's either that or, and when somebody mentioned backtracking, the only reason I could think of that was mentioned is because there's probably a reason for that.
Mhm.
So we might have to go to another room. So let's go ahead
Yeah.
as a team. Let's scan this area together and roll our perceptions and try to figure out what's going on. And if we don't get anything, then we might have to resort to backtracking.
Do we want to like? Do we want to take 3 pillars and scan them?
There's 4 of us. Why don't 3 of us take 3 pillars each? Or four,
Yeah.
there's 4 of us. Why don't each of us take 3 pillars?
I do want to ask this before. So the onyx
I'm gonna take
statue
these
was
3.
on this thing here. Is it like the statue itself was on top of like a platform or something?
Yep.
I would like to search that platform just in case. If it
Okay.
is not rubbled.
Antonio's
It's not rubble,
searching.
but it is covered in goo. That you guys have noticed that a lot of the goo has dissipated. Like it's
Okay.
pretty much been cleaning itself up and like by congealing into a mass where the statue was.
Oh. That doesn't
Guys,
sound very good.
that
I
doesn't
don't like
sound
that.
good. No, that doesn't sound. It sounds like some Majin Buu shit.
Some what now?
Okay, so there's a scene in Dragon Ball where Majin Buu, a big bubbly incarnation of evil, was destroyed atomically. Like he was destroyed, and all of his body matter went everywhere. But instead of him being dead, all of this body matter and mass started congealing into one point, reforming him, meaning he didn't fucking die. So, like, when I hear all this slime or whatever is congealing on top of this statue, the only thing I can think of is, oh fuck, clear the room. I don't want to see what happens next. But, that might not be what's happening. That's just, I watch.
It's just a little funky.
Yeah.
So, everyone roll me your perceptions for the room.
Will do.
Okay, that's
I got a 33.
a
I don't know what I
31
got,
on the
but I'm sure it's
perception.
impressive.
A 31 for the
What's an
platforms.
18 plus 17?
So,
18 plus 17, the 35? 35.
so Percy, you're very distracted by the thing that's congealing. You find yourself growling at it. You don't like that thing.
Loud growls.
You do not want it here. Antonio.
How bad of an idea would it be to set it on fire?
You don't really know why, but you get a sense of comfort from this thing, but also the sense that this is a sign that something's coming.
I don't like that. I don't like that. No.
Jin,
Okay.
you
Yo,
circle
what's
the
up?
pillars 5 or 6 times. You're certain that something must be there. Jonathan, your first instinct was to check behind the staircase. And behind the staircase, and you decide to circle the pillars with Jin for a bit while you're doing that, and just like, yeah, no, like it's Jin's probably right. It's got to be the pillars. But then you say, screw it. Go to your first instinct, and behind the staircase there is indeed a button.
Delightful. It was so easy in front of us, and all of us were just like, alright.
We would have went above table to figure it out.
Listen.
I think it
We're
was
a little
because
bit
behind.
stupid
Oh, hold on.
sometimes.
Hey, your call was really good, though,
I
Dylan.
think it was because like imagining this area back here was probably really dark.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe not really dark. I don't know how dark it is.
Jin's like.
Maybe it had an ominous feeling to it, and that's why he decided to check the pillars first.
Are you announcing you found the button?
Sure, yeah.
All right.
And not Jonathan's like, hey guys, I found the button.
Jin
Just
hears that, and he hears him say, "I found the button," and Jin's like, "Huh." He found the button, but he's still looking at these pillars. He's like, then why does this strike me as odd? He shakes his head and he walks away from the pillars to go look at the button with Jonathan.
It is a button that is painted red.
John, the button is red. I can see that the button is clearly red.
Oh,
John,
big
call-
big
call-
red shiny button.
get Rory over here, because I feel like this is a troll. His daughter's about to troll us.
Rory
Percy
just shrugs and just goes, you know, Sarah, but I'm gonna follow a friend's piece of advice, and just presses it.
Oh my god, I was gonna tell Rory to press the button, and he just fucking does it anyway. Okay.
Yeah, he's like, I'm following a friend's piece of advice.
Okay. So Rory slams this button. What happens next?
You hear the door in the stairs above open, with a loud thunk.
Jin looks confused and mildly upset, but he doesn't know why.
Jonathan's just kind of, he's just surprised he actually had a pretty good call with the location of the button.
The not counting down. I'll leave. It didn't look like it was counting down the time. Wow, the leg is. Well, then it was still presenting. That's what it's done. All right. Sorry, guys. What?
You're all good.
Nothing. Jonathan's just feeling proud of himself for actually finding the button.
Percy looks at that and just shrugs before looking back to the thing. You know, maybe we should. He's like, he looks back to like the congealing goo, and he lets out like a growl, like a actual like primal like growl. You know, maybe
Jin
we should.
immediately looks at Percy with a brow raised, and he doesn't say anything. He's just observing Percy right then and there.
Jonathan just looks around and is like, do we have a dog anywhere?
And Jin's like, Jin has not moved his eyes from Percy. He's like, no, I don't think so. And then
Is that K9 making those noises?
he's
K9
like,
is scanning the object.
what are we looking?
I can just imagine that K9 is just making little scanning noises.
Yeah.
Beep boop. Does not compute.
Anyways, go ahead.
So you do actually manage to, Now Percy is legit making the sounds, though. So, you guys do find, my brain is blanking. You guys do actually find that, the door above you is now open.
I'm asking a question in the chat above table.
Mm-hmm. He does have a mic on. I'm just lazy. I believe.
You know.
Okay.
There.
He's actually over here, lost in the ether.
Okay.
Here he is.
Oh,
Yay,
I didn't even
Rory!
see him. I'm sorry. He was so tiny. We're all tiny.
I'm just as bad as the doctor. I will forget Rory's here. I'm sorry.
No worries.
Poor Rory.
I was just like, I didn't even know if he had an icon or not. I just
Yeah, he
wanted
has
to
an
know.
icon.
I like the spatial awareness of knowing he's in the same room as me. That's all that was. Okay, Jen's gonna come from behind here and be with the rest of the party here, and we're all gonna be looking up at the thing that opened, right?
Yep.
Or at least you
Jen's
guys
gonna
are.
go up to Percy. Jen's gonna whisper to Percy, and he's gonna be like, "Yo, what's up, dude? Are you good?"
I don't like that thing. Something's coming.
I can't hear you, Percy.
I don't like that thing. Something's coming.
Something's coming. At the when he hears the words "something's coming," he immediately looks to the other party members like, "You need to get ready." Like when he heard Percy say something is coming, it's like a fucking lightning bolt went down his spine. Get ready, he says pretty loudly and pretty clearly. Like you hear it in his tone that he's not comfortable anymore and he's on edge.
Oh boy.
So Jonathan, hearing this, he gets into a bit of a serious face, sort of a serious tone. Or you see a very serious tone look on his face as he's looking at the statue.
Or what was the statue?
Or what was the statue, whatever.
So we have our eyes all locked on where Percy is looking,
So
right?
question above table, are we just gonna stare at the statue?
Antonio would actually like to not. He doesn't like the feeling of it, and the fact that the door is open, he's just like, nope.
She's just like,
He's
adios.
heading. No. I don't like it. Nobody should be around this thing, I think. And also,
this
we're
brief
losing
moment-
the race.
In this brief moment of where we're reacting, Jin looks back to Antonio and holds his hand out and looks at the yo-yo, and he's expecting the yo-yo to move on its own.
Yeah, it would go back to.
He quickly,
Surprisingly, you thought it didn't like you.
he quickly grabs it, and like as soon as he touches it, you can read the energy. The yo-yo can read the energy of Jin saying, "No, he's pretty serious right now."
Alright. So, one thing I will note that you guys do hear around you guys. Sorry, people are yelling at the cat.
No worries. I'm like hyped. I'm like
no,
on edge.
not the
Dude,
cat.
I'm so like I'm shaking kinda.
You alright,
Roll
man?
me a perception check.
Who?
Just everyone in general.
Alright.
Can I not
Not
roll it
gonna
off my
lie,
keyboard?
My perceptions have been pretty high.
I spec'd, and I think a lot of people spec'd in perception just so we have pretty much, most of us are pretty aware of our surroundings.
31.
That's a 29.
31. I actually had the calculator this time.
Percy has the highest roll. Let's go.
Percy, you hear a keen sense of hearing. You would hear deeper in the temple the sounds of something opening and unlocking. It sounds like something is over in this path moving around.
Well, I'm not
Like
zoomed
over
out.
off towards this path, but you do hear like a complicated set of unlocking mechanisms. And like basically. And I'm only saying this because it is so quiet in here, like you guys could hear a pin drop. And those of you with psionic potential, the air is charged really heavily.
Jin
Poor
can
Jonathan.
just feel the energy right now. He feels that energy, and instead of letting it bother him, he's trying to make use of this charged atmosphere. His senses feel like they're heightened. Yes or no?
It feels like whatever is about to whatever that thing is. It has a sense that has a heightened sense that is far beyond your capacity of understanding, let alone capabilities.
Then what y'all see now is that as whatever's happening is approaching, you see the color fade from Jin's face. He is fucking pale right now.
Mm-hmm.
It looks
Antonio
like
on
the chill of death is on him.
Damn, your girlfriend ain't here.
Bruh. Jin,
Antonio, on the other hand, like has taken like a couple steps back up the stairs. In that, like, there is a shiver that has run down his spine. He does not like this at all.
So we're all climbing up the stairs.
no, we're not. We're standing at
Antonio
the bottom.
tries.
You are going up the stairs?
He's like stepping up it. He does not want to be around this thing.
So you're trying to get away from whatever's coming.
Yes, absolutely.
Understandable.
Jin will begin to position himself. He's trying to, at least whatever's coming, if it's psionic, he's putting himself first. If there's something that could damage or anything in the party members, he's like, it's my responsibility to keep them safe no matter what, even if he's scared shitless right now. That was his directive, and he holds that true to this day. So he's going to go ahead and position himself in the forefront for this, whatever this is. He wants the threat to see him first.
Percy's gonna stay towards the back and have his bow ready just in case.
Jonathan readies his t-shirt cannon and loads it up with what kind of bombs do I have actually? Smoke bombs.
Smoke bombs are good. Fucking genius. Thank you. I don't know what's coming, but god damn it, Hoops, this is great.
Hecky. So
He loads a smoke bomb into the t-shirt cannon, ready to fire whenever we're ready.
Fire at will!
Why would I fire right now? There's nothing going on.
I said at will. Bruh.
Meaning if you see it, fire.
Oh, right.
Okay, I don't want to hurt myself.
Okay.
I want to.
So
excuse me.
when someone usually says fire at will, that usually is the sign to go ahead and shoot.
At will, yes. It's in order to shoot when you feel comfortable shooting. It's similar to the thing of saying, don't shoot till you see the whites of their eyes. You've heard that phrase before?
No, I have not actually.
Okay, that is a famous phrase from the Civil War because, no, the Revolutionary War because, muskets back in that day were so inaccurate that you were not going to hit your target unless you actually saw the whites of people's eyes. You had to be that close. That is why that's a phrase.
Oh, actually, yeah.
Yeah. I trust
Yeah.
me. You know the fucking points in history aren't just in the game. Okay.
Ah. So
what's
Misty's a
happening
nerd.
next?
Good to know.
So
We enjoy our
are
nerds here.
we going to?
are you guys waiting for this thing to come through?
Jin is absolutely waiting for this thing. As soon as Percy said something like that, and he's never heard Percy growl, not once. He hasn't heard Percy
I
react
will let
like
you
this
know
ever.
that
He knows it's serious.
you do hear the sound of like footsteps in the other hallway. Like they're getting more distance, but it does sound like something is like making moves to run towards the front of the building.
Like the entrance that we came through.
The entrance you guys came through to get in here, yes.
Like it's something
More
coming towards us.
soldiers or something.
It's like something is leaving. It sounds like one set of footprints, but they're being very loud and very hurried, almost panicked.
Oh.
Jin,
Oh.
hey, hold on. Jin immediately knows exactly who these footprints belong to. It is a single set of footprints, and it's hurriedly leaving. Guys, that's the general. The
Well-
general is fleeing. He's leaving. And the reason we feel and we sense something right now It's because he fucking activated it. He got to whatever it was first, and this is the consequence.
I'm pretty sure this is the consequence of me exploding the statue.
Nah.
Because this
Nah,
is like
some people are just
specifically
quick.
the goo.
You guys
Like-
at this point would hear in your heads a voice that's kind of. It's not one that you've heard before. It sounds semi-familiar for those who were at the masquerade ball, but everyone was wearing masks. And you just hear. You just hear the words. I knew you travelers were foolish, but I don't believe you're going to stand up against whatever that thing is. I suggest running.
And Percy's booking it out.
Jonathan immediately just goes, "Oh, I'm getting out of here then." Wait, are you running back?
Well, that's where the entrance was, wasn't it?
I thought we were going
Also,
up.
for those who met the general, this is the general's voice, by the way. I just realized you guys have talked to the guy.
Okay, so we heard the general. Okay.
In
Hearing
your
that-
heads. Yeah. Though he also would ring familiar from that previous event as well.
So what's up here?
Jin thinks to himself, and he's like, he's trying to, above table, if all of us start running right now, are we going to be okay? Because the way Jin is seeing this right now is like, he wants to buy the team time. Because he knows that when it comes to a conflict, there is probably nobody more slippery than he is, with the ability to shift positions at fucking will. He can juke and get away. He doesn't know what's coming. He doesn't know how psionically powered they are. He doesn't know what they're gonna do. But he thinks to himself, I can buy time.
Yeah, no self-sacrifice shit here, please. Please come with us.
Oh, are we leaving the temple?
Are
Before
we?
Jin
Your
turns,
phone
I mean,
would
if the
go,
general's
your
fleeing-
phone is going to go off. Are you going to check it?
my phone's going off.
Yes.
Jin answers it within the first ring.
It is a text. It is a text, not a call.
Okay, well, Jin looks at it within the first bleep.
It is death. And it's one line. It says, I cannot save you from that thing. Run.
When Jin looks up from his phone and looks at everybody else, the expression on his face is the world is fucking ending. He doesn't hesitate. He doesn't say a fucking word. He starts running instantly away. And he just hopes y'all are following him.
Jonathan sees Jin running away as like, oh,
Like, no, you could look at Jin and you know something is fucking wrong, dude. You are seeing something from him you've not seen. He is
is,
fucking terrified. Like,
Jonathan, is gonna take off after Jin. What is Antonio doing?
Is Antonio going? Is everyone else following?
Yeah,
Percy was the
Antonio
first
would
one
come
out.
Yeah, Antonio would come out, but like it would take him a second because like every part of him does not want to go around this thing right now. It is freaking him out. It definitely takes him a minute to actually leave the building.
Alright, so I will say you guys all do make it out before a vicious scream shakes this building.
how does this scream sound? Can you describe this vicious scream?
It's indescribable. It sounds a lot like if you've played Bloodborne and know what Ludwig's screaming sounds like. It sounds a lot like that.
Hold on 1 second. I want to hear that sound. I can pull it up within a split second.
YouTube.
Like anyone who is psionically capable within the group would feel like your head hurts. Like
Wait,
not
are
a
you
small
talking-
migraine, but like debilitatingly so.
Are you talking about the cleric beast sound?
No, Ludwig. The Holy Blade is screaming.
Oh.
Ludwig the Accursed.
I don't have a timestamp there because I'm not going to sit through the whole video. I can't find this. I can't find the sound of. I can't
Let's
find.
start at the start of the boss fight with the cutscene.
Okay, let me. Sorry.
Oh yeah, that scream.
If you
Oh
guys
yeah,
want to hear
I
it,
remember that.
take a minute to look at the video. Just listen to this for like 60 seconds, guys. If you want to know what it sounds like, right? Just 60 seconds.
It's very annoying.
Holy fuck! No, no, that is awful. Within 51 seconds, the straight at 45 seconds, the scream triggers. Oh fuck that! Ooh, ooh, we need to get the fuck out of here.
Jonathan's already running his ass off.
Oh dear God, that sounds like the screams of the damned.
Yeah, that's what we hear. Oh no!
Yeah,
Wow.
no. Again, Percy was the first one out.
So we all did make it out, yeah.
So you guys do all essentially make it out. And as that scream goes off, like I said, anyone with psionic potential has this debilitating, like, headache, like, as the scream goes off. Just, like, clutch the side of your heads. You are, like, basically not able to move levels
As
of it.
you see, as this scream is
Ow.
going, you see Jin rip both sides of his head, and instead of responding, instead of shaking or anything, he just fucking face plants like that on the ground. It's like he's been stunned for a moment, completely knocked conscious. Like he's there, he's aware, but he can't fucking move for a second. Like he's on the ground, like covering his ears.
Percy's just staring at the door with like a... How do I describe this? It's a... There's like the sheer amount of a nope, but the sheer amount of angry nope as well. He's just glaring at the door this entire time. So what's everyone else doing?
Jonathan's just terrified. He's like, I never want to hear a scream like
Once
that
you
again
guys
in my life.
are out, you would see a figure racing behind you guys. Um,
A figure racing behind us?
not like the thing that's doing it, but like there is someone who like exits the temple after you, having taken a longer way, but they just instantly start bolting off in a direction.
Can we see who it
Jin's
is?
Jin's trying to recover himself. He's stumbling back to his feet. The scream is over now, and he's shaking it off on his head. His head is fucking throbbing still. I don't think he catches the shadow. I don't think he sees it because he was pretty
Not a
much stunned.
shadow, it's a person. For those who are still able-bodied, which would be basically just Jonathan and Rory at this point.
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
You guys would see this guy's face. He looks like this.
It's
Alright,
him.
you guys going to give chase.
Please
Are we going to what?
chase him.
Chase to
Chase
the
him.
general.
Oh, of course. Jonathan takes after the general.
Ah shit, I
Jonathan.
just realized that's all the people I didn't tell the whole thing about.
Jonathan, above table, real quick.
Go ahead.
Right now, I think you're probably like our best chance for catching this guy. You have your t-shirt cannon and you have various tools. I sure as fuck hope you have a net gun.
You sure as hope I have what?
A net gun. I hope you can fire a net from your damn T-shirt cannon.
Okay.
If we haven't
The-
figured that out yet, that seems like the
thing
next thing
is,
we're gonna do.
my best bet were to load it up with a paint bomb. Because I only have smoke bombs, paint bombs, and EMP bombs. I don't have any nets.
Damn.
We should work on that.
So can I
Hey.
fire a paint bomb at him?
Wait.
Actually, I should figure out how to make a net arrow. That'd be cool.
Right?
Yeah.
Alright,
Or
then
Layla.
I'm gonna roll my T-shirt cannon, then I'm gonna fire at the general.
If I may, real quick, I think your paint bomb won't do much besides mark him. I think if you shot him with an actual T-shirt,
Have
he
you
might
ever
become.
have you ever been shot by a real paint bomb? I mean, I
Yes,
haven't.
yes,
But
I
from
have.
what
It
I've heard,
hurts, but yes, I have. But it doesn't. It hurts, yes, but it won't
I'm
stop you from
firing this thing out of a T-shirt cannon, which is
powered by a lot of PSI.
Yep.
Okay. If you think you can knock him unconscious, go for it. I was just thinking a blunt object like an actual T-shirt might actually do more damage and knock him off balance. That was my
alright.
mind.
So this is oh shoot, I don't have a T-shirt, do I?
Dude, come on, it's a T-shirt cannon. Don't even act like you don't have one. We're just gonna say you
You
do,
will
right?
always have ammunition for the T-shirt cannon.
Yeah, you're-
Oh, okay. So I always have ammunition for it. All right. Well, I'm gonna fire the T-shirt at it then.
We fired the T-shirt. Roll the to aim, so it'd be Dex and
I hope you did it,
Dexterity
man.
and T-shirt. My dexterity is a 4, and my roll for
You
T-shirt
fuck.
cannon was 17.
Oh no.
Alright. So
Oh.
I'm gonna roll for him. I'm gonna do this.
Or wouldn't that be a
publicly.
ranged attack?
Would it be a ranged attack?
I think so.
How do you roll that?
I don't.
Just
I
click
don't know.
ranged.
Click range then.
There's a
Okay.
thing on there that literally says ranged. So
Okay, so that's a 12. So 17 and a 12.
That
Just matches their AC.
is that bad or good? Does that mean we miss?
It means you hit.
All right, cool.
You clutched it! Holy fuck!
So the T-shirt hits him in the back of the head and it does stagger him. Are you going to try and I will now roll for Rory because the T-shirt cannon isn't really enough to get a hold of him. What would a grapple be? Be melee, right? Nix?
that
know.
would be CMB. CMB versus CMD.
Alright. Rory! Woo! So you actually managed to tackle this guy, like get this guy with the T-shirt cannon, and as you do, fuck. Well, you know what? Screw it. Because this guy's stats is a lot higher, and I have not actually done Rory's level up and shit like I've been needing to do for him. I've got him as level 1 right now.
Ooh.
Rip.
So you watch as Rory basically just does a running tackle and basically pile drives this fucker.
Jesus Christ.
Holy fuck! Rory! Rory! All you hear is a missive echo in everybody's head chanting Rory.
You guys have captured this individual.
Dude. Okay, above table, I'm super impressed because holy shit, I really did think this guy was gonna get away. I really did. I thought, he got in there first. I think he triggered what happened. I don't believe that it was the statue that triggered this. I believe it's whatever we were going after that triggered this because it was coming from deeper inside the temple than we were. It wasn't coming from the statue, right? Doc?
I mean, I got the vibe from the goop, didn't I?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Did
sure
I
everything
might have
was coming
misread it.
from the goop.
Oh, I'm sorry. I might have
You guys
misread
wouldn't
that.
know. The truth is that none of you guys know much about what happened.
We're all just disoriented because of the moment and absolute fear, and it was just. I feel like I got a death flag from literally death. She was telling me, "Hey, you're gonna die. You need to fucking leave."
You're gonna
Okay.
die, and I
Yeah,
can't bring you back,
because
bitch.
of the goop.
That was what she fucking said, and I don't know how to express it. Like, you get a message from death herself saying, "Hey, I can't help you. Leave? What are you supposed to do?
Fucking leave?
Yeah, run like hell.
Literally.
Put your tail between your legs. Don't say a damn thing and run because your pride don't matter.
Exactly.
Man. Okay. So Jonathan and Rory catch up to the general. Let's let them have a dialogue.
Rory's basically sitting on top of the guy, just kind of keeping him. He's not
Jonathan
saying
walks.
anything.
Jonathan
He just
walks
looks
over. And
angry.
Percy's gonna go over and stare down at him, blinking a few times, just kind of narrowing his eyes.
Jonathan
Alright,
looks
then.
down on him and is like. He looks at him and he's just like, bruh.
So, judging by the sound of that voice, was that you in our heads?
This is the...
I got what I wanted.
Out character, I did not catch that. Can you repeat
Yeah.
that? Sorry.
You children have no idea what you just let loose.
I mean, we didn't do it. At least I know I didn't.
Antonio
You
is
think
still very
I'm
much
strong
collapsed in
enough
the
to
sand.
let something like that out? You've got to be joking.
Jin's still away from the
What?
party.
So
He
you
just ended.
think we're able to?
Well, I know I didn't do it.
Well, then maybe there was something else in there. You obviously got in. We got in. Something else easily could have gotten in. So don't blame us immediately.
Of course.
Jin at this point is
After all,
stumbling.
why blame the evocators of a ritual when obviously they didn't evoke the thing that they evoked? Looking at Antonio.
Huh?
He just looks over at Antonio.
I only caught part of that. What did
You evoked that thing, you called it here. I just left it alone.
Antonio's pretty much not paying attention to him. He is like just collapsed in the sand, still hands over his head.
Look at him, dude. I don't think he wanted to. Like,
Oh,
look at the look on this guy's face.
regardless of if he wanted to or not, he still did it.
It doesn't matter. What do we do now? Is that thing actually gonna stay in there, or... Out of character. That was an out of character voice crack, but that fit surprisingly well.
At this point, Jin is stumbling to his feet. He's gotten his senses back to a certain degree. His headache is still throbbing, but it's lessened. He is walking towards the party. He's not there yet, but that's what he's doing.
Well, I don't know what you presume to do with a creature of that caliber, but I wouldn't know how to do. I wouldn't know how to put it back wherever you pulled it from.
Oh no, I don't know this stuff. All I know is that it gives me a sense that it's bad.
I've got a vague idea of what it is, but I'm not telling you. That's the only thing keeping me alive at the moment.
Jin, at this moment, approaches the party. He's grabbing one hand on his head, and he looks at the general, and he goes right up to the general and grabs him by his collar and looks him dead in the eyes, and he says, "Tell me what that thing in there is, or I will force you to."
Sorry, little magician, but your psionics aren't strong enough to affect.
Jin pulls back his fist, and he's about to punch him in the face.
Percy's gonna grab his fist.
It's very clear that whatever just occurred inside that temple has massively shooken Jin, and he's not having anything right now.
That Apparently what
Jin?
you're playing with is older than the universe, and not something that's my problem or my expertise.
So what are we supposed to do? Just leave it in there? It'll destroy everything.
Oh, it will last for a time, then it'll disappear like all things that aren't meant to exist do.
So we didn't just doom this place then.
No, but if it breaks down that door, you've doomed the nearby, you've doomed yourselves.
Out of character, we caused the fucking plagues.
Out of character, Jin just had the biggest reality check of his fucking life. Like, this dude, this experience, it's going to have a very lasting impression on him. I just want you all to know that.
Are you seriously saying that like someone within the party actually caused an event that happened in history?
Yeah.
It's happened before!
Yeah, Percy invented
Bro, I
pizza.
twerked for Cleopatra, come on.
And I invented pizza, so
He's
I
just
just
gonna exist there.
I just think this is such an interesting thing. It's like we literally came out of our way and became the reason why something happened in our history.
Dude, but it's more than that because whatever's tied to Antonio is so monstrous and scary that it's. I don't know how to explain. I don't know how to properly voice this, but
It's otherworldly.
it is under. It's otherworldly. It's otherworldly on a higher level than meeting death herself. It is putting things into perspective that makes Jin question a lot of what's gone on so far. If there's something like that out in the world, he ain't shit. And he might not ever be shit. So, that fear and that pressure has caused his pride to take damage. It has caused his motivation to waver, and it's caused his resolve to shake a bit.
So,
And it's a little,
bringing it back
that's
in
what
the
it feels.
game, the guy's just gonna look at Jin and just go, look, as funny as it would be for me to mess with something of that caliber, I know my limitations, and that type of thing is by nowhere means controllable. Once you summon it and release it, it's released. Whether it goes away and disappears after a time or ends up sticking around, I can't tell. Because that's not my area of expertise. No one has known about those things since the Dark Ages, before the universe even began.
the Dark
So,
Ages.
so you're asking me questions that very few people in the universe left could answer.
When Jan was listening to him, when Jin was listening to this general give that little speech, he couldn't help but look at Antonio, and he's trying to hide his motive. But now all he can think of is Antonio is a serious threat. If Antonio's thing here summoned that thing, he feels like the entire party is at risk, and he's keeping these thoughts to himself.
I see.
Percy's just gotta take a deep breath. Well, there's not really anything we can do about it now. So, what exactly were you in there for anyhow?
Hmm. And why should I tell you that?
Because it'd be fun.
No, I came in there for my thing. I asked for them to be guarded. You're the ones who killed my guard dog.
Hmm. The statue thing.
Oh, right, I forget. You have our biology, but not our knowledge, Percy.
What?
How to be young.
How the fuck do you know my name?
That was a sphinx. We can identify each other by sight, remember? That extends to you and me as well. I'm sure you know who I am just as much as I know who you are. Quite simple. Everyone else here, it's basic surface thoughts as to what their names are. Not too hard to read someone's mind passively when you have a good knowledge of it.
So you saw there are disguises in a moment.
Oh, of course I did. But the game's far more fun if you play innocent now, isn't it?
What were we after in there? Above table.
Rory
Do we
just
know?
knew the general was up to something and was chasing him and was chasing
No,
after him
we
because
don't
he was
know.
suspicious.
We don't know what he was after in there. We had to
You-
flee before we got.
Yep, he was the only one who knew. And he's not
Eh.
talking. So you guys need to convince him to talk.
Jin pulls out the yo-yo.
Hmm.
Oh my goodness, Jen.
Look at this thing.
Jen,
He's gonna attempt it.
I don't think that's
He's
gonna
gonna
work.
attempt to hypnotize him, but it probably won't work because he knows that this is a time traveler. But he's still gonna try it anyway. He's kind of desperate.
So he looks at it for a while and just watches and just goes, "Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Was wondering when you would show up. Well, that's the wrong
Jin's,
you. Curious.
Jin wants to do a sense motive on the yo-yo as a reaction. He wants to know what the
Alright.
yo-yo thinks of that comment.
Actually, wait, Doc, I'm gonna message you a thing.
Go for it. That's rough, man. That's terrifying. I didn't understand, like
You
I
get
had
the
no
sense
clue.
that the yo-yo knows this guy and is infuriated by his presence, but you get the sense that it can't do anything. Like, this guy is the same power level as the Doctor, and nothing's going to cause the Doctor to nothing's going, and there's nothing psionically even the Doctor could do to mess with this guy.
Jin puts the yo-yo away and just looks at him and he's like, "Who are you? For real, who are you?"
Hold on.
Yeah.
Go ahead, I'll pause. Sorry.
I don't know about the rest of the party, but is that something Jin would know? Because Death did do that.
Roll me a history check.
Who?
You, Jin. Thank you for reminding me of that.
Okay.
Because I just remembered that.
Knowledge, history. It's an 18. Not too high, not too low.
So
Sorry.
you're staring at this guy, and you get a good look at him, and then you realize, thinking back to when Death was messing with Phantom at the asylum, this is the face that Death brought Phantom back to.
The face he brought him back to, or the face she brought him back to? What do you mean by that?
Remember how Death changed Phantom's face in the asylum? This is the face
During
that
the seance.
he got changed to during the seance. That Death
Yeah.
forced him back into.
Takes a couple steps back. He's like, "I fucking knew I hated you for a reason." God damn it, it's you, isn't it?
Well, I wouldn't know. I've never met you before. I just know you came in here and disrupted my plans.
Jin leans his neck forward and shows him a scar on his neck where a dart that killed him pierced. And he's like, "You don't remember this?"
Oh. I mean, if you could describe the person who did it.
Don't.
Some
Jin.
very sexy Asian man.
Jin.
Or not
Jin.
Asian, some very
Jin.
sexy
Jin.
Egypt
He's going to put a hand over his mouth. Slap it over his hand. Slap his hand over his mouth. No.
All you can hear is, "I'm a very attractive man."
Need you make me a will save, Jen?
Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay. 22, come at me, bruh.
So you feel like a force just trying battering ram bit into your mind, and you're able to fend it off and just yeah, no.
Jin's
And the
like,
guy just has this guy just has a smirk, You have far more skill than I thought you'd do. You can actually control your power. It's not just lashing out.
Within a moment, Jin's behind him and just whispers to his ear, "Yeah, I've been practicing. I'm ready for round 2 anytime."
Round 2 of what? I haven't met you before outside of that party.
This comment infuriates Jin, and he literally just storms off in frustration because he's pissed. He's like, he's pissing me off. He's walking away.
Jin. He's just gonna whisper him, this is one of his old faces. He's not gonna know.
He looks at Percy and he's like, is that not? Like, he's confused. Like, you know him more than I know him. Is that not?
Let me put it this way. It's like if you went back to when you were a kid like when someone was a kid and asked them about something in their future.
Jin just looks at the general, pissed off. He scoffs, and he sighs, and he sits down on the sand, and he's just quiet for a few moments.
He's just gonna whisper to Jin, which is also why let's not mention who.
Jin nods and agrees to the silent oath.
You guys just kind of vibing there.
He does flip the general a bird though. That's the one thing he does do.
He looks at him and just goes. He just kind of shrugs and goes, "Can't help you if you're not telling me which face of mine you've run across.
You don't need to
You're
know.
not in my past, so you must be in my future."
You don't need to know.
Jin says nothing. He just sits there and sulks, clearly upset. He's keeping it together, and he's gonna be quiet for a little while, but he's still upset.
Well, then if there's no further questions, I don't think that I should entertain you any longer.
Did you even get what you wanted, or did that thing chase you out first?
Oh, where's the fun in telling? And then he disappears.
Jin's gonna
Loud
try and
growl.
sense his teleportation. Can Jin sense where he went in that blink?
Sure.
Please, I'm not allowed to let this guy just. He's not allowed to do the shenanigans he does in the future on me. I know them now. How do I sense this?
I mean, you should have a spell that lets you sense teleportation.
Okay, then Jin uses that because it's an innate spell, as far as I recall.
Yep.
Jin just points in the direction he appeared, and he doesn't move. He's like, he's over there.
See, you say he's over there, and you point at a rock that he proceeds to walk into, and then the rock just vanishes.
Well,
It
there's
kind of
his
like
TARDIS.
fades in and out, and then vanishes.
Oh hey, just like TARDIS.
Why
You
the
know,
fuck
Percy
is
literally says, well, there's his TARDIS.
He's gone. He went inside a rock.
He went inside his
What?
TARDIS.
A TARDIS shaped like a rock.
Yep.
That is genius, and I can't be mad.
Royal doesn't go. I mean, the doctor's chameleon surge is sort of broken. They're not supposed to be stuck as police boxes. Apparently, they can turn into anything. Actually, I think his turned into the sun at one point.
Oh well.
God.
Looking at the doctor's TARDIS, which is just sitting there, vibing.
Percy's just gonna sigh. Well, that was interesting.
Who was that?
I mean, he's gone now. That was one of Phantom's previous faces.
I don't know about you guys, but I really don't feel comfortable leaving whatever's inside that thing here. I don't know what's going on here.
There's nothing we can do.
I know there's nothing we can
You
do, but we
really?
can at least warn people that there's a threat, right? Because whatever's in there, it's gonna kill people, isn't it?
Mm.
Probably.
Jin, he thinks to himself and he's like, we've already made a significant impact on history here today. That thing may or may not be a part of history. That thing may be something we literally just caused. I don't remember anything in my history books about a hell demon appearing with such aura that it commands fear. Whatever that thing is, I'm.
I
Do
mean,
you really
there's
feel all right leaving it here?
always the plagues that supposedly God sent, but I mean,
Mm.
if it wasn't him who sent it, I don't know.
He listens to the reasoning of his teammates here, and
Yeah, it always was said that there was some sort of curse on the Pharaoh's tomb, monster stalking tombs, things like that. That's been a legend for ages. You don't suppose that this is the source of them?
It could be.
Jin can't deny it.
Also, I will note that that presence has faded. Like, you don't feel it anymore.
It's gone. Like
Yeah.
it's not gone, but it's going.
It's disappearing. It's gotten weaker over the past 5 minutes, and you still hear it screaming, but
It's
it
fainter.
gives like one it gets like it keeps like it sounds like it's dying basically.
I mean, it already sounded like it was dying, but
Yeah, until eventually it does like as the like eventually like,
Jin wants to let out a sigh, and he's gonna look over to Jonathan and be like, "Dude, what the hell do you think about what just happened, man? Because I can't think straight still. My head hurts. I'm confused. I'm angry."
Didn't? The only thing I'm going to tell you is if you can't figure it out, then I'm definitely not going to be able to figure that out.
Jin chuckles at that, but it doesn't really reassure him.
mm,
He just kind of nods and he looks at Percy and he looks at Antonio. Except when he looks at Antonio, he's got a brow raised. He's like, "You don't know anything, do you, Antonio?"
He would have sat up by this point, but he doesn't want to look anywhere near the pyramid at this point. Does not feel comfortable. I don't know anything about what happened in there. I don't know what I did, but it's not good.
Jin looks over at the cloth-filled eye, the eye that is wrapped up. He can notice a bulge in Antonio's like fix or something, and he notices his eyes locked to where that's located, and
It is definitely in his pocket right now.
he attempts to send the eye a missive saying,
are you sure?
"What the? You don't think I should?
What happened last time you tried to think
I
on
got
this thing?
tainted. I almost got tainted."
Well,
Okay.
okay, the thing is, like, yeah, you can mess with it or whatever, and it could mess with you back. I think a lot of what happened before was just because it could see you and you could see it.
So then if I mess with
I
it
don't know
while
if
it's
that's true.
covered, so if I mess with it while it's covered, I might have a chance.
Do
Is
we
what
want to
you're thinking.
risk it just for? Do we want to
That
risk
is
it
the
for just being
question.
No, you
snarky?
know what? I don't want to risk it now. Jin's
Yeah.
probably way a bit too much unstable to actually do that. He's gonna look at the object, and you're gonna see a look at the stain on his face as he walks towards the location he knows the TARDIS is in.
Percy's gonna follow.
Hold on a second. Doc's muted.
apologies, my internet's been cutting out like a mother trucker, so I decided to go to the bathroom and do some stuff while I was waiting on it.
F. So do you hear any of that then, or
Nope.
we've mostly just been talking among ourselves?
But
Jin is thoroughly spooked.
so you guys would manage to get back to the TARDIS, and Elijah, he just kind of... He's in the console room, kind of with a panicked look on his face. But, like, as soon as he notices you guys come in, he kind of, like, regains his composure really quickly. And then, like, walks off.
He's just got called back. I assume you could sense that too?
I'm not talking about that thing. And then he's just gone.
Damn.
So,
Once Antonio is in the TARDIS, he absolutely, he has like this. He's keeping his eyes down. He has like this look of like wide-eyed fear on his face. Like it's like the kind of fear where you can't exactly like look afraid. You're just eyes wide, body tense. He's not having a good time
The
and just
stunned fear.
rushing back to his room.
do we want to call it here?
Yes. If I
Sure.
may, though, if we want to do some stuff like out of session, Percy is going to follow Elijah. He's not gonna just, let this go.
We can do that. Because we've only been running for like 2.5 hours at this point. So, we can pad it out a little more. So Elijah would be in the medical wing.
Percy's gonna come in and knock on the door.
Come in.
You alright?
That thing shouldn't have been here. How did it get here? What did you do? What happened?
All we know is that we individually got trapped in a void with a Sphinx. The Sphinx said weird stuff to me. And then when I came out, there was goop everywhere. The Sphinx's statue was smashed to smithereens. And Antonio was like freaked the fuck out.
How did you evoke things that have been banished since the dawn of time?
Antonio has some kind of eye thing or something?
Oh.
Elijah, what is that thing? If this is something we need to be worried about coming back, we should know what we're up against and how to get away from it.
You're lucky, whatever that was, it wasn't strong enough to be sustained by reality. This world's innate logic destroyed it, as it runs counter to that logic. There used to be a lot of things that ran counter to that logic, back in the Dark Ages, but slowly they were hunted down and eliminated as more logic became relevant to the world. Either choosing to hide off in their own corners, being destroyed like my people, or like that thing just vanishing into negative space, basically.
I don't think it vanished.
Its presence is gone, it's gone. Trust me, I'd still be on edge if it was here. That thing is strong enough to control lesser creatures of its similar type, which would include me. Trust me, if it was still here, I would not be talking with you. I would probably be trying to kill you.
Why would you? Because it would try and make you kill us?
Because I am a part of it just as much as it is a part of me. It's not something that I can just. I would love to just explain it to you if I wasn't as bound to the laws of logic as you are. The truth is, I am bound to logic just as you are, it's just my logic works slightly different. But it works similarly enough to the regular logic of the world that if I were to explain it, I don't think I could. There may have been a time when I had enough power where I could have, back when before my people got wiped out, but even then, I don't even think even our king could have, even our lord could have explained it to you. That thing is. It is beyond logic. It is beyond explanation. It is beyond comprehension. It is not to be messed with. And it is not sustainable in reality. A lesson that, frankly, I would have assumed like Heian would have told you about. But no. Apparently they don't educate you people on that stuff anymore. So there.
Look,
If you want to know more about it,
they didn't teach me much at all. I wasn't even originally with them at all, okay?
well, then you're going to have to go back and ask.
I'm not bringing these guys near them.
Why not?
I know, it's just... No, I don't know. They seem to handle things pretty well today, which... Actually, that is weird. I don't know why I was acting like that. But anyhow... But usually they have a habit of acting very foolishly, and I don't want to get in trouble with like Heian. Not to mention they still don't know.
They are your pack. Just as much as these people here are your pack, they will respect that. Alright? From what little I remember of how your individuals work. You know what? Do yourself a favor if you really want to know what's going on. There was an augur at some point in history, in human history, that knew about this type of thing. He wrote about it in a series of books and touched on some events that happened around the time that he was alive.
Do you know what time period he's from?
I mean, he's from before yours. Just go into the library and look up Lovecraft. I've got
Alright,
work to do.
can do. He's gonna go out. And before he does, he's gonna go to Jin real quick. If you don't mind, Jin.
Misty,
You're good. I'm sorry. Drama came up. I'm sorry.
Shit, you
you're good.
okay? Do we need to stop?
No, no. This is like dinosaur drama. No, please continue. And in fact, please, can somebody recap me the past 5 minutes, because when I'm focused on something else, I can't hear anything. Like
You
my
weren't
brain does
there.
not. My brain doesn't.
Elijah has asked Percy to look up Lovecraft because he is some sort of augur of like knowing about what of knowledge about what Antonio just called upon.
This is the part
Percy
where
is going
Jin
to you.
tells you. This is the part where Jin tells you that he has extensive knowledge of Lovecraft, because his knowledge of Arcana, which would entail Lovecraft, he's got a plus 12, plus 4. He's got a 16 bonus to Arcana. So, buddies, your boy Jin knows a little bit about this Eldritch bullshit that made him shit his pants.
Well
So
then.
to Jen, Lovecraft is just a fantasy writer. Though you
At the
have
moment.
had evidence that some of the stuff may have some actual
Echo, like
to
it might have reason behind it, like it might be real.
Yeah. So discuss in character.
Yeah.
Can I roll Arcana to
But
discuss?
we're
Just to have something to
Bring
go
it
off
to
of?
you beforehand.
I haven't even gone to him yet.
All right. Well, let me know, and I'm listening. I told them to wait until I'm done with my session to continue what we were doing. So my session is the priority here. I'm sorry.
It's okay, man. But Percy would go to him and just kind of knock on his door. Or is he still out? Is he in his room or is he in the thing? Or is he in like a console room?
Where would Jin be?
Are we on the TARDIS now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jin has isolated himself between two locations. When he is in the library, he is barring the doors to the library. He does not want anybody to disturb him. When he is in his bedroom, it is also locked, but you can knock to get him to answer. So, have we just returned to the TARDIS? Because if we just returned to the TARDIS, he's going to be in his bedroom.
Yeah, Percy's gonna knock on the door then. Yo, Jen.
Jin's gonna say in a dejected tone, "Come in."
He's gonna open the door. How you feeling?
You see Jin sitting there on his bed. Nothing in his room has been touched. Nothing in his room has been anything. It seems like from the moment he got to his room, he has been sitting in this position thinking. He's gonna look up at Percy and say, "What's up?"
Can we how you holding up? He's gonna go sit next to him.
How am I doing?
I'm sorry for being silent. I just mostly been listening in.
You're good, dude.
Same.
Well, you're not here at the moment.
Yeah.
Percy is going to
I'll-
go check in with everyone, but
Yeah.
I should probably get Jonathan in the TARDIS, shouldn't I?
He's in
Didn't
the
you already?
TARDIS.
I mean,
you've been in the TARDIS.
Yeah, we're all on
Yeah.
the TARDIS now.
Oh, okay. You said something about me not being there, so I was like, oh.
I think that was about Jin in that moment.
Yeah.
It's more like Jin was trying to unwind from everything that happened because for the
'Cause
first
fuck.
time in a long time, Jin has encountered a fish bigger than himself, and that puts a lot in perspective. You have to understand. This is somebody who wants to master psionics to such a degree that he could go on and save many lives. That's his driving goal. He wants to protect as many human lives in this universe as possible. Beyond his directive, beyond what the doctor told him, he cares about the value of human life. So for something bigger than him to show up, something that doesn't give a fuck, something that would devour everybody if they saw us, if we didn't leave, I wasn't coming back. I was dead. There was nothing death could have done. There's no magic. There's no ritual. You have to understand that Jin was fucking put in his place today.
I think
Damn.
all of us kind of were. But yeah, I totally get that.
He's just gonna listen to him and just gonna nod. Yeah, that was not what I was expecting out of today.
Jin,
How the fuck did you even know how to get out of there so quick?
Jin hands Percy his phone, and he says, "Look at my text messages."
He's gonna look at that, and his eyes are gonna
There's a
widen.
method. Yep. Message from Death is there.
Oh.
Some herald I am, huh?
You know, it might actually be good for me to get one of these, but I'm glad she was able to let you know, because that would have been bad.
From that text message, he learned two things. One, there are things in this world that nothing he can do can affect or stop or hold. The other thing is, he learned in that moment that Death actually fucking cares, because if she didn't, she wouldn't have said anything. So he's in this position of, I want to say, he's actually vulnerable in this moment. His guard is dropped. He feels defeated on a level he can't explain. He can't voice it. If you were to look at his face, he's holding it together, but behind those eyes, you feel an intense sadness and failure. And all he has to say, I have a long road ahead. It doesn't stop here. There was a threat that I couldn't understand, and I will not stop moving forward until I do. He basically says this out loud to himself and to Percy. One, to reassure himself, and one, to try and reassure Percy, who he knows might be lacking in faith right now.
He's gonna sigh and rub his back gently. I don't doubt you will. That being said, we all need to start being more prepared for this kind of stuff. I've been trying to, be more careful, but I've kind of been made aware that, you know, just yelling about it isn't gonna help. We need to actually work together to make sure that we're safe with this stuff. I actually did manage to get Elijah to tell me a little bit. From what he told me,
Jin reacts to that, and he looks up from the ground finally, and he's looking at Percy, and he's like, "What did you find out?"
well, for one, it's something from the Dark Ages, something from a time when, frankly, it operated outside of logic. That's the only reason I wasn't able to stay for that long. That, and apparently that, uh, there was someone that apparently was real good about writing this stuff. Lovecraft, I think?
The moment, the moment Lovecraft comes out of Percy's mouth, Jin pulls up a book, and this book he pulls up.
Prepared.
Give me a second because I have a book ready for this. I just need I need the image for it.
Oh shit.
Oh boy.
Jin pulls up and he shows y'all. All right, I'm gonna give you a. It is a Amazon page. I'm sorry, I can't. I don't want to do much better than this. As a player trying to emulate Jin, I'm a bit shaken up, like above tables. I'm a little shaken up, not in a bad way. It's more like an immersion way. Like I'm into this. This is pretty fucking great. I love that I'm able to express a new angle about my character that I haven't had a chance to do so before, and I appreciate the opportunity you're providing for me to let me do this. And I'm going to send something in who text, and this is the book he pulls up out of his collection. And what it is it's a collection of every story that Lovecraft ever made big. Because Jin has read Lovecraft, he knows about all this stuff. But encountering and hearing something like that is beyond him. You have to understand that the fear H.P. Lovecraft felt is the same fucking kind of fear that he's feeling about what he encountered. He is low key, he's not gonna say it. He's fucking scared of Antonio now. Antonio instills fear into him. Not, it's because Antonio doesn't know what the fuck's going on, but he's causing it, right? Like this eye that he keeps with him is some serious fucking shit. It's going to.
It really is.
I don't know what the hell's going on. Like, I'm like trying to figure it out myself, but I understand that he's telling a story or whatever. But you're putting
Antonio is very scared of himself.
You're putting
this moment very well.
unfathomable. You're putting unfathomable horror on the party at this moment. Whatever that thing was, psionic or not.
You did really fucking well.
Yeah,
Oopsie
right.
doodles.
Like, holy shit,
That
man.
was- when I started to read, and I started like I think getting the goop above table. I think getting the goop is key. I think it's very important. Its
Research
properties
the goop.
its properties are unlike anything else we've encountered thus far in our story. It has applications, we could probably use it. In fact, if we study it enough, we might be able to synthesize whatever the fuck it was. But At this moment,
Yee. I'm sorry, that was just a lot. I don't know what else to say. You literally covered all of it. Percy would kind of look at that.
sorry, I broke up. What he was saying is, he's looking at Percy and he's looking at Percy. He's like, what did you feel? Because Jin knows without a shadow of doubt, he's never heard that kind of sound come from Percy before, and he knows that it was unusual enough to spark his concern, and his concern was only validated by. So he's looking at Percy and he's like,
I
what did you feel? Because you were the first.
don't know, it's just a. I got an uneasy sense of just. Like a complete and utter hatred, but also absolute terror at that thing.
Jin will lean his head down and he'll look
I
back up.
don't get like that often.
Jin's looking at Percy and he's like, there's a reason I did not attempt to suss or figure out whatever the hell that thing was. I knew instinctually that if I had done so, it would have harmed me greater than probably anything we've encountered. He knew instinctually to sense motive on whatever the hell was coming. He something bad would have happened to him in that same fucking moment, and because of that, he feels like in that moment his skill set was pretty much rendered asunder, right? Like,
Did you switch out of character?
what? I guess. I'm just trying.
You
It's
kind of
both.
went from
I'm
first
trying.
person to third person, my dude.
I'm sorry. What I'm trying. All I'm
It's all
trying
good.
to express here is he's got a heavy bit of confusion. He's got a bit of selfishness he felt towards himself for not trying to suss it out, because if he sussed it out, he could have conveyed something to the party, but he didn't have the time to think that fast, you know? He looked, he was getting ready, and Death said, no. And when Death says no, he fucking flipped, because you gotta think, his guardian angel is telling him, you're fucked.
Yeah, yeah. Out of character. Next time we go to New Earth or something like that, I need to get a fucking phone. Cause your your guardian angel call really saved our asses in there.
Jin just kind of nods, and he looks up at the glass of water that is sitting above his bed on a shelf and sighs.
Hey Jen, high or low?
High or low? High.
Well, that's a nat one. Never mind.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm just trying to decide if Percy would mention something or not, but he's not gonna.
Got you.
He's gonna sigh.
Jin's like, he hands the book to Percy, and he says, give this book a look. Give this book to Antonio, and then give it to Jonathan.
Honestly, I think we actually may need to all look at through this thing together. That way we can idea bounce on what the fuck that thing was and how to handle it.
Jin nods and agrees, and he looks at Percy and gets up and he says, I'm going to go take a shower. Please check in for anything else.
What was Jin gonna do with Jonathan?
Will do. And
No,
hey, Jin?
I was going to give you a book.
Oh, you're gonna give you a book.
Yeah, go ahead, Go ahead,
Yeah.
Percy.
Hey,
Going to Jonathan.
hey.
Sorry.
Oh,
I wasn't.
hold on.
I wasn't.
Percy has one
was-
more thing to say.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's just looking to him. It's just like, also, Jin, you're not like this often. You know it's okay to be vulnerable, right? We're all here for you. I mean,
Jin laughs.
You didn't
Jin
really.
laughs. Go ahead. I'm gonna let the laugh play out, but he's still listening. Go ahead.
You didn't. I mean, when you almost got caught by Cyber, I would have expected that would have shaken you up, but this is the first time I've actually seen you like this.
It's different with something I can understand versus something that has no understanding. And with that comment, he instantly vanishes from Percy's view. You can just assume he has used his ability to teleport to the bathroom or the shower. Like, it's the same thing. He's going to the shower. He's out of view. He's left the room.
Alright, is going to Jonathan next.
All right.
So, Jonathan, you're having an interesting time. That canteen has decided that it wants to start moving about the room. It's like, at first you placed it on the desk and were like, alright, this is fine. Then it rattled off the desk, and it has been rattling around the room.
Out of character now, all I can think of is the fucking I Am Fish game.
Jonathan's looking at it with a little bit of intrigue, but also a little bit startled by the action.
Percy's gonna knock on the door.
I'm going to attempt to pick up the canteen, but then hears Percy knock on his door. So he goes up to the door and he answers it. Hey, what's up? How can I help you?
Can I come in? I'm checking in on everyone after all that.
Sure, as long as you don't mind the little action going on.
He's just gonna
Canteen
stare
is
at
running
that
around.
and just stare. Do I get the same vibes from that?
Kind of, but not to as insane of a degree.
He just let out a load. Why did you bring that thing aboard? What if it gets out?
I was gonna study it.
Okay, but if it gets out and proceeds to, you know, grow, and then we have a whole another entry on our hands. You do realize how much danger we were in with that thing, right?
Of course.
You don't seem very shaken up.
Well, to be honest, I didn't exactly get the same feelings as everyone else. I'm still shaken up by what just happened at the temple, but I still don't really understand it.
You know, fair. I can actually understand that. You didn't feel the aura off of it. So, are you handling yourself alright then?
I'm doing fine, maybe a little startled, but
That's fair.
I
Just,
think that started to waver a little bit.
yeah, just listen. I'm going around checking on how everyone is. We're gonna need to all, from what Elijah told me, that is some Lovecraftian horror type bullshit. Jin luckily had a copy of the book, so in a
Can I
bit,
roll history to see if he knows what Lovecrafting is?
Sure.
in a bit after everyone's calmed down and stuff, we're all gonna sit down in the console room and
Yeah.
talk things out and try and figure out what to do. Cause that, if that thing ever pops up again and it gets us, there's no coming back. No
yeah,
death
but
water's
Jonathan,
gonna
you
save us.
know that it's a popular science fiction horror book, so it's
Yeah.
a complete work of fiction.
He looks at Percy, he's like, that's not really good. And now I really don't have a good feeling about this.
Yeah, so once everyone's calmed down and stuff, we're all gonna meet up in either. We're gonna all meet up in the console room, and we're
So,
gonna read it through, figure out what that was, and figure out what to do, just in case we run across something like that again.
so above table, real quick, what is there anything at all I can do with the canteen?
I mean, it's roaming around.
Toss it into a supernova. Look, that's what the doctor
I
did with the
mean,
instruction manual.
Yeah.
It turned out fine.
I'm going to bring the canteen over with the party to see if anyone can sense that there's anything bad is gonna happen, because I'm pretty sure Jonathan can't sense shit.
Well,
He
no,
just has
Percy was audibly like growling at the canteen, not as primally as before, but he's still growling at it. And even
Say,
so, he said we would meet up after everyone calmed down.
oh right. I just try to figure out. I'm trying to make a decision whether I can study this thing or not, or if I should actually toss this thing into the void or something.
If anything, I'd say ask Elijah. He knows more about how this kind of stuff than we do. We don't even know if that thing's safe to even have on here. Yeah. If you're doing alright, I'm gonna go check on Antonio. And he's gonna walk out. He's also gonna check on K9, by the way. She's like, hey buddy, how you doing?
He is chasing the Roomba.
Well, it seems like he's doing okay.
So he
Uh,
will ask, is something the matter, Mr. Percy?
we're just all a little shaken up after that thing.
Hmm.
By the way, did you... Out of character, I've just realized K9 didn't say anything with Phantom's early face, did he?
Hmm.
I thought he had a thing for that. Out of character.
He does.
He didn't say anything. Or did you just forget?
Kind of a little bit of both.
Yeah, that's fair. This is good sign, pat his head. Anyhow, have fun, challenging the Roomba.
Yeah. He'll kind of give a kind of like a flash, but then he'll go, Mr. Percy, should we be concerned with the Master's plans?
The... Which master? You literally call us all master.
No, the Master, the one you encountered.
The... Phantom?
There is no alias for the Master known as Phantom in my record base. Should I update the record base?
Okay, I think Phantom may just be one specific face, so... I will if we run across Phantom himself, I will let you know. Because Phantom is a chill dude. He's our friend. The Master, as you called him, I'm assuming not. And I'm not liking how much he knew.
Music. Hello?
Who's playing crappy rap music?
You have greatly offended me by calling it crappy.
Look, I'm
You have
sorry.
no
I hear crappy rap music at work all day, so unless it's Hamilton, I think all
I
rap is
promise
crap.
you, like, there is only one rapid artist on this entire planet I will ever listen to, and he has died. He's dead. There's no more music coming from him, and he's the only one I like.
I'm sorry
To
for your
call-
loss.
Yeah, it's almost like It's almost like losing a loved one. And no, I didn't take it personally. Don't worry. I just thought I was muted. I'm sorry.
That's fair.
You were, in fact, not.
Yeah, no, sorry, I'm just tired of hearing rap music at work, but that's fair. That's fair. There is some good stuff out there. But he's gonna say. But for now, just call him the Master. When we come across Phantom, I will let you know, because I'm pretty sure he's only a specific face. I don't know. From what he's told me, his other faces are quite vile. Phantom is the one that's trying to be better. But you said the rest of them are called the Master, huh? Isn't that a little on the nose?
Above table, Percy knows this. Percy knows his name.
of character. I thought that was the AU thing we did.
No, Percy knows. Percy knows. As I said, you can recognize him on sight.
Fair.
You know who he is. You've known who he is. You just didn't roll a high enough history check to know. It took you getting a good look at him face to face.
Fair. He decides. As for what he's planning, I don't even know. I mean, I assume we should be concerned. I guess if we keep an eye out for him, I mean, here, how about this? Unless he looks like this, and he's basically going to describe Phantom, assume it's just a regular master, and, proceed with caution.
Affirmative.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check on Antonio. You gonna be all good, bud?
Affirmative.
You just gotta pat him on the head, and he's gonna head off to Antonio.
Tony's room sure has a lot of like moving around in it. There's a lot of him just moving around in there. You can just hear it a lot behind the door.
He's gotta knock on the door.
Do skitter.
Huh?
You doing a heckin' skitter.
Heck, I just realized I also forgot Rory. I'll check on Rory after this.
There you go.
Mom friend must check on everyone, okay?
Yep.
But he's gonna knock on the door. Antonio.
What? And then you just hear like the sound of duct tape.
I'm just checking in to see how you're holding up. Can I come in?
Do whatever you want. I don't care.
He's gonna slowly open the door.
This man has a full roll of duct tape in his hand and a half duct taped box in front of him on his desk.
Are you trying to duct tape the eye in a box?
Yes, several boxes.
So as you do
A
that,
Russian
all
nesting
of a
doll.
sudden, from underneath the desk behind you, you just hear a rolling sound, and it just appears.
God fucking damn it. I'm fucking lose my mind with this thing.
Hey, Doc, can I ask you a question on TMs real quick?
Sure.
Having trouble, I assume?
Yes. How could you ever know? He's pissed.
Alright, buddy. He's just gonna put his hands on his shoulder. Look at me. Take a deep breath. In. Out.
I'm sorry, Doc.
Right, now do that as many times as you need to try and level your head out a bit, okay? No good progress is made with paid on a tilted mindset.
Yeah.
I know that probably doesn't help to hear, but I can wait.
Don't know what I can do. I don't know what to think. I did that. How?
I mean, have you been able to do stuff like that before?
No, never. Not once in my life. I've just been living a normal life, and all of a sudden, I come here, and everything is weird.
I mean, do you like Lovecraft?
No, I don't.
Okay, then checking that off the list.
For what I know, he's a shitty ass guy anyway, and the only thing that I know about him, in terms of whatever he wrote about, was some fucking video game. That's it. That's all.
Well, from what I understand, the guy apparently was actually some kind of out of character. It wasn't a scribe. What was the word?
Augur.
He was some kind of augur that actually he wrote about this kind of stuff. So I guess it was real? Either way.
He, like, stares Percy dead in the face at that, just like, excuse me?
Look, do you even know what triggered doing this? Like, how were you feeling when it happened?
Terrified and angry.
You know what, that would make
Thing
sense.
was pushing my buttons, telling me things that I don't understand.
Like, what kind of things?
Telling me that it can't tell me. It was telling me it because I'm in a state. I don't know what's going on with myself. It can't tell me anything about me, even though it knows apparently everything about me. Just push the right buttons. I can't even barely remember anything about what it said to me. I just terrified and angry. Its face. Everything about it wasn't right.
I mean, it was something pretty powerful. Out of character, would we know that the Sphinx is something from the Dark Ages, or?
No. You wouldn't
Okay.
even know what it was.
Well, the Master said it was a Sphinx, but...
The Sphinx isn't specified as being from the Dark Ages, though.
That's fair. That's fair. Alright, so he would say, I mean, it was a Sphinx. If legends are anything to be believed, they are pretty tricky creatures.
Obviously so, but I don't feel like that was anything normal Sphinx-like behavior. Whatever that could be.
Oh no.
As far as I knew, they just were an Egyptian creature. That's it.
Well, I mean, it did keep on talking about tests.
Test, that's something new. It's always a riddle.
It said something to me about the test could begin, and then everything kind of went dark, and I don't know, the rest of that temple was kind of a blur. But by the sounds of it, maybe, because from what Elijah told me, these things aren't really based off of logic. So what's the opposite of logic?
Pathos, I guess. Something tricky, something that's gonna get in our heads.
Emotion.
Mess with
Think about it. This triggered when you were extremely anxious, afraid, and angry. I don't know.
Right.
I'm not saying it's your fault at all. I will never say that. None of us knew that would
You're saying
happen,
it's not
and
my
I
fault.
don't think you could control it.
It's not my fault. That's what you're trying to tell me.
It's not. It's the fault of the Sphinx for pushing your buttons, because if the Sphinx would have known that much about you, it should have known not to push you that hard.
Or maybe that's what it wanted to do, just so that it could see that.
I don't think it wanted to get crushed like that.
Well, no, I don't think so, but I think it just wanted to push my buttons just enough to show something.
Yeah, and
Whatever
unfortunately it pushed a little
happened
too hard.
there, whatever happened, something happened, something would have happened, and it would have been because of me.
Look, again,
God, that song is fire.
look, just... Maybe we can't work on controlling the eye. Maybe we can work on trying to not get super anxious and stuff over it. I know it's not that easy, but it's something we could both work on together. Alright? How's that
I
sound?
never want to see this thing again. If I can find some way to get rid of it, I want to take it.
How many boxes did you put it through before it popped out?
4.
What What else do you think is going to stop it?
Don't know. I don't have the resources. This is a normal box. Anything could take it out that's bigger than that, I'm sure. Guess I'm stuck with this stupid thing.
Right, so let's try and make the best out of a bad situation, okay? Sound good?
If I see a fucking snake woman show up because of this bullshit, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
Snake woman? Like a Medusa or a Naga?
I mean, I guess so. There's...
Bloodborne music intensifies.
How I said the only reason I know anything about Lovecraft's bullshit was from a video game. If I
Which
see
one?
fucking anything from that shit show up near me, I'm gonna fucking lose it.
Boss music plays as the one reborn. Purchases from Jonathan's canteen.
There are literally 2 of them in this game! They're just there!
Look, I know that's how you feel. It's just, if you end up doing that, you could end up triggering things again. So, let's try and... If these things are based on emotion, let's try and look at the other side of it and fight it with logic. Logic is the reason why it wasn't able to stay in this world, after all. That's how we protect ourselves about these things.
I don't think that it's going to be something that I can get to do very quickly.
Well,
I'm a very emotional person. And all of this is really just pushing it over the edge for me.
out of character,
point...
Antonio lived through 2021. Of course he's emotional.
You're so right. Okay.
I'm sorry, I had to.
You're correct. You're very correct. Honestly, he would definitely be the kind of person like me that's very much cooped up inside the house, being just like, yeah, this is fine, this is normal, I'm not really being affected by it. You are. You just don't realize it, you idiot.
Yeah. But
anyway.
Yeah. So
this whole situation, still, just the more things that we encounter, the more and more it doesn't feel real to me. Even though experiencing it, everything, I can feel it. I got hit in the shoulder with a wooden piece, whatever, some sort of wooden dart. That's real. That hurts. It still hurts. Still doesn't feel real.
Actually, now that we're in the TARDIS, we might actually want to take a closer look at that just to make sure it doesn't get infected. But
yeah,
I can help you out with this. But anyhow, But listen, I know you're upset, and I'm gonna keep on repeating this over and over and over until this gets through your anxiety-riddled skull. You just gotta poke your forehead.
Smack.
Smack hands, or?
Smack hands.
With stuff like this, we need to keep a level head and fight it with logic, not emotions.
Good fucking luck trying to get that to work for me.
Well,
it's gonna take a long goddamn while.
We have nothing but time. Not to mention, you will never know until we try, huh?
That's how you want to do it. This is life or death, not a video game.
I mean, do we have any other choice?
I guess not. He has this smile on his face of just I hate this situation. I wish I could get out of it.
Hmm. He's just gonna look over. And he's going to point to the sunning rock. Go calm yourself down.
He has a bed with a lamp over it.
Oh.
He's a very normal bed.
He's going to pick him up and plop him on the bed underneath the heat lamp. You take some time to calm down. Once everyone, and I mean everyone, is calmed down, we are all going to sit down out in the console room. Jin gave me this book. We're going to look through it and figure out a plan of what to do in case something like this happens again. Got it?
Cool. I'm gonna take the biggest nap right now.
Alright, good. Sleep well. He just throws the covers over him and walks out. Percy knows when enough is enough. It's just like, alright,
Yeah,
nap time,
he's-
bitch.
Stressed.
And last but not least, Rory! He's gonna go to Rory's room and knock on the door.
He's vibing, honestly.
As in, like, you don't want to do that right now, or...
As in, like, he seems not, he's shaken up, but he seems fine. Like, this seems like the average amount of shenanigans that he's used to dealing with.
He's just gonna poke his head in after knocking. You doing alright, man? I'm checking on everyone.
Fine. This is honestly kind of average.
Damn,
My
really?
worst day, but not my best day.
You know, fair. Is there anything we should keep in mind for the future? You've been on more of these adventures than we have.
I wouldn't know the situation, honestly. I have no idea.
You know, fair enough. Alright, listen. In, like, a bit after everyone's calmed down, we're gonna go out to the console room, look through his book, and talk about our plan of attack if something happens like this again. Okay?
He nods.
I will leave you and everyone to calm down. I'm going to go collapse in my bed now. And he closes the door and he's off to bed. So our character now, do we want to finish off, or?
Yep. I'd say now's a good time to end it.
Yeah.
Thank you all for
Alrighty.
watching so much.
Thank you.
Bye!
Boy.
Bye-bye.